Monday that bleeds right into like extended session Monday night that gets me. It feels like a closed to open, open to close situation.
Right.
Yeah. But Monday group, I don't know. Uh, they're dealing with Tiamat right now, and I feel like a lot of them their morale broke on Monday last week, so I don't know what they're gonna do anymore.
You want to try separate channels of communication, or
All right, cool. So it looks like we got everybody because Afro's two people, and I have not actively tried to fill your sixth spot this past week, so I kind of thought we'd just roll with five, see how that goes. So it means more, I guess, more spotlight time for everybody else, which is good for some people, maybe scary for others, but yeah, we'll try that for a little while. All right. It also means
Okay.
that it's a lot easier to bring like an NPC with you to do stuff because you're not worried about bogging down the action economy too much. All right. So when we last left off, you guys had an RP heavy session, to put it mildly. You had rescued two people from three people from some cultists. One of them turned out to be a dragonborn noble from Daggerford, um, who had ties to the captain of the guard, Eleander, and had been sent to Saltmarsh to um, grease the wheels of progress, as it were. You also rescued a half elven bard and a half orc mercenary. You then met with Gellin Primewater. Uh, he basically made you a job offer and said that there was a bit of urgency to it, kind of the sooner, sort of a hurry up and wait situation, because no one's sure exactly when your target, which would be the ship known as the Sea Ghost, is going to make its appearance, or if it's going to make its appearance. But essentially, he is paying you guys to track down this ship and commandeer it. And if you do, he is going to help you get all of the accommodations made to have the ship be officially um, yours and pay you to operate essentially as privateers out of Saltmarsh. So that seems like a pretty sweet deal. That being said, the directive was to return to the house that crawls, use the shuttered hooded lantern that was included, and go ahead and try your best to signal down the ship and then take it. Seems kind of Rambo. If you come up with a better plan, this is D&D. We'll obviously roll with it. Let's see. Boy, that is a lot of spells.
Are you serious? I thought I was just
Wow.
I
Wow.
I that would
Your
I
ability to
really
role play
really
incredulity
held
at your
back.
greed is always fascinating to me.
I
But
really held back there.
yeah, okay. Sure, that'd be great. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Let me get out the price catalog here. Whew, okay. This will be taken off of future earnings, I guess. Let's see.
Well, I thought you said he wouldn't have like all of the ones I requested, so
Well,
I just gave
I
you
know,
like
but I still
a
gotta
list of the ones
check the pricing.
for sure.
Okay. So while I'm doing that, do you guys want to discuss your next move? You are being provided with a jolly boat that you could take. A jolly boat essentially can hold like a crew of six, ish, maybe 8 if they're not too big. You do have a jumbo-sized whale creature. I'm not sure what you want to do with that.
Get swim.
Okay, cool. All right, let's see.
I don't know what time of day it is, but last Alvis was left, he was passed out on a table outside after.
Oh yeah, that's right. They were returning to the empty net to get a hold of you, but Garuda went by and dropped a fat chunk of change on Lantam Man to try and get all the training and supplies he needed to be like a full gunslinger here.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a lot of different things going on. How are we going to reconcile this? Again, just because dude told you had to go, it's not like he's following you around like with a gun to your head, telling you have to go. So you could leave tonight, as he requested, or you could finish up whatever business you have in town, get some rest, and head out in the morning, or whenever you decide to head out. Again, it's Dungeons and Dragons, whatever you guys decide to do.
I think Alvis like actually legit passed out, so it might be out of his hands there. He's voting for long rest.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
I think we need to attack from a position of strength, and we're going to need Alvis. And if Garuda can be a more effective fighter, we'd rest up and then go check out the house that was attacked and see what we can do there.
I think we go now, and I'm gonna explain why I think we go now. Number one reason, we could miss the ship, and missing the ship is missing a huge opportunity.
Yeah, but
Second reason,
the ship is gonna. We don't know if the ship's coming tonight.
we don't know, but it may. There was an escapee, so I'm not too sure how that will affect things. But there's a good chance we get there and we just end up sleeping in the cave waiting. We just have someone stand watching, flag the ship if they see it. If not, I mean, we may be fine to rest, we may not. I think we'll be fine regardless. If we get this buffoon wizard away.
I don't know how we're gonna do that. None of us can heal.
Well, we could probably swindle a healing potion
From what you cut off there?
from somebody.
Just somebody. Let's see.
Anyone have a healing potion?
No, we have no healing potions.
Do we have any money left? Can we afford them? Do we have to?
50 gold apiece. The problem now is it's it's late evening. Most shops are going to be closed down at this point. By the time this guy gets you the spells and whatnot that you're asking for, that's also going to cause some delays. So, I mean, if you want to wait for these spells, and they all, and true diploma or democracy, everybody else wants to wait anyways. You may just have to hope that you don't miss them, because one Jenna looking for a ship by herself. I mean,
Oh yeah, it's
yeah,
not gonna happen. No,
I
no,
don't think
it's
it's gonna
just
happen.
more
Yeah,
seeing if I could sway anyone's opinion.
right.
Definitely go with the majority. I need a team.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are kind of beat up quite a bit, So.
Well, do we have any means of long distance enchanted communication? Pietro is at full health. He could go in and stand watch, and if it shows up, he could send a signal to the rest of the group.
Not bad.
don't have anything, but if anyone's got any trinkets tucked away.
I don't feel like the house is a couple hours away. We wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
get.
house is 3 hours south of your current location. If you took the boat and you did really good on the checks, you might be able to get there a little bit faster. But if you did poorly on the checks, you might shatter the jolly boat against the rocks. It is called the Sword Coast for a reason. Yeah, the coastline is
Theo,
just made out of jagged ass rocks.
couldn't because Jenna is actually conscious right now. What if Jenna sent? I'm sorry, I forgot your familiar's name.
Wally.
Well,
Wally. Yeah. What if you sent Wally to go look, and if he spots it, to fly back? I mean, at least it would let us
Right
know
now,
whether or not it showed up that
it's
night.
storming.
that could be done.
I
I
know
could
it's not the
send.
most ideal
I could
situation.
send him. I could only communicate it to him at such a distance. He would have to fly all the way back to me. So if he sees the ship and he flies back an hour, hour and a half, depending on how long it takes him, the ship may very.
Well, I'm more thinking in the lines like it might not allow us to catch the ship tonight, but it would at least tell us whether or not we missed the ship tonight.
Or if the ship's even bothering to show up.
Yeah, like because if it doesn't end up showing up tonight, then we are a little bit more comfortable with our decision to wait.
Seems okay, even. That sounds like a.
All right, so spell wise, they are able to get touch of the sea. Um, Actually, I should probably just tell you the ones they didn't have on hand. They don't have hideous laughter or absorb elements, but they do have the others.
Sounds good.
Okay. So second level spells like that, they are going to charge your account essentially, 150 gold for each. And then Touch of the Sea is considered a very useful and very rare spell, aka homebrew. So they are going to charge you 75 for that. And then let's see. Mirror image, shatter, silent image. Yeah, and then silent image is pretty run of the mill basic spell, so they're only charging 25 for that. So they put 400 gold on your tab.
Sounds good. And
All
does
right.
that include the scribing it into my spellbook?
Oof. No, they just gave you the scrolls.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds
But
good.
because there is a evil wizrobe who basically lords over all of the wizardy trade in town, yeah, however much you need, what is it, gold dust and like magic inks and stuff like that
Yeah,
for
yeah.
wizrobing stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's 50 gold per spell level, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
From my memory, yeah,
Unless it's from your specialization and then it's half.
yeah.
So
If
let's see.
it's enchantment,
All right. So
they
they also provide 350 gold in scribing supplies.
awesome. That
Yeah, but man, Wizard is how you can live out those college debt fantasies in Fantasyland, I guess. That and Rogue Thief, because they just throw money at people. Rogue Thief. All right, so you've got that handled. You're waiting for the spells. You're getting your training. You're gonna send Wally. You're gonna say fly south to the house that crawls. Keep an eye out for ship.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And the instruction to just fly back, um, if he sees the ship. Like watch the ship for a little bit. And
Okay. All right, and it sounds like everybody else is taking care of their respective business. All right.
Taking care of
Give me just a
business.
minute. I gotta cloister myself away so there's not as much background room. And then we should be good to go.
Taking care of business.
A long rest.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
So, double checking, guys. So I was able to make all 4 of the pistols.
Well, I mean, does it list any time requirements during your in your class description or your
Negative.
subclass description?
Says up to DM's discretion when creating weapons. I can double check though. I'm like 95% sure that's
Okay,
what it says.
then we'll go off. Yeah, then we'll have to go off of the Xanthar's crafting rules. So that's fine. So that probably is going to take you a bit of time then. So you're going to get started on it. You're going to definitely want to prioritize which guns you want to make first.
Oh yeah, I want 4 pistols.
Okay.
That's exactly what I want to make right now.
All right. I think you could do a pistol in a day with the Xanthar's rules. I'm looking it up right now. All right. Does anybody else have any other business they need to take care of in town?
Negative.
Negative. Okay. All right. While you are passed out, yeah, the woman who had been assigned to assist you, she does dig the bullets, the little round ball of metal, out of your face that was lodged in there, and start the process of cleaning things up. So that's happening. Jenna, I suppose, impatiently waiting at the empty net, you kind of see this woman essentially operating on your ally as he is kind of passed out on the front stoop of the establishment. She's working by lantern light and has like a healer's kit there, and is sort of performing rough ass surgery on him. There's a lot of blood. It's pretty gross. His body occasionally twitches. His breathing is labored, but he does seem to be alive. This would also be Pietro. You would be there as well. You'd probably got there first and saw this, and then or did you arrive at the same time, Pietro, as Alvis? I think. I can't
No,
remember.
because
Yeah.
Elvis went straight to the empty net, and Pedro came to the tower
Okay.
to speak with.
Gotcha. Okay, so the three of you then would arrive at the same time. Afra, Pietro, and Jenna. You would all see this sort of transpiring, this real rough back alley operation going on. And you just kind of you cool with it? You just kind of give her a nod and head inside, or
Yeah, I mean, Jenna probably like watch over, and if she has the scrolls by now, she'd be scribing them. But if not, then she'd just be
okay,
kind of watching.
gotcha.
I'll pick up the lantern and hold it over. I'll
Okay,
to sort of help out,
to give
provide better light source.
Okay. Yeah. She looks up at you, and it's rough being a half orc. She looks up, but she doesn't seem to take any notice or have any reaction to your heritage. You suppose maybe working at a rough and rowdy place like this, she sees all sorts of tough customers. Also, Saltmarsh is a port town. Port towns are a lot more open to the different types of races and mixed races and whatnot of the realms. It's the more rural areas that's it could be a bit of a problem. But she kind of
Serve your
not
kind around here.
Yeah, exactly. She nods her appreciation of what you're doing, and she goes back to work. All right. So yeah, the crafting rules are still, I don't want to say unkind because they're very realistic, but given that this is a feature of your class, but that they left it completely ambiguous as to how long it's going to take. I would say, yeah, if you craft through the night, you could definitely make your first pistol if you wanted to. You would be going, all night without sleep though, so there's something to consider.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, alrighty. So all this is going on. Eventually, information is delivered with the name of the jolly boat, where to find it, a essentially a crate with two rope handles, and inside the crate is the uh, rolled up scroll that has in thieves' cant the information that was discussed about the signaling system for using the lantern on the ship and all that jazz, that was discerned from the documents that you brought back from the House that Crawls last time. The name of the jolly ship is the Old Jenny, and the Old Jenny is down at the northern docks, very close to the shittier part of town, Crabber's Cove, I believe it's called. Uh, it's sort of like the crime city of Saltmarsh, Crabber's Cove. Let me see if I got a picture for you. Yeah, I've shown you this before. Yeah, so nothing sketchy about any of this at all. All right, so there is instructions per the person delivering it that if you're waiting for the magic supplies, you'll have to wait a bit longer. Um, that's all they have to say. But they'll be back in a few hours with whatever they can dig up. So while you're waiting for all that stuff, does anybody try to sleep? Or are you going to just push yourselves, kind of stay up late working on stuff, preparations, that sort of thing?
Yeah, if Jenna doesn't have anything to like scribe over, she'd definitely go to bed and get a long rest. And
Okay.
Same.
Once the healing woman's done patching up all this, I'll just pull up a chair, prop my feet up on a table, and just go to sleep next to him.
Okay.
Keep it up.
All right. Yeah, the woman, she kind of pats him down, goes and gets clean water and more hot wine. And yeah, she works on him until he's, I don't know. I don't know if he'll ever be better, but until he's not so jacked up. And finally wraps his head in fresh bandages, and that is that. When she heads back in, Krubshanker just kind of gives her a nod, and she gets back to work. They keep late hours at the empty nest, um, but it is what it is.
One
Oh,
one quick question for
sure.
Alvis. So half my face got ripped off.
Mm-hmm.
I think you had said it was the same half where my eye got blown out.
Right.
I'm assuming then that like technically I'm missing half of my beard.
Yeah, I mean, there's some like ragged tears, down by the chin area and the jawline, where there's still bits of beard left, but the skin kind of get pulled off in strips by the creature's chains and claws.
Beauty,
Yeah,
beauty. He's so pretty.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's a hard life. Adventuring is a hard life, for sure.
Just trying to fully appreciate the visual of new Alvis's or Alvis's new
Yeah.
face.
All right, let's jump into this thing. You guys were dealing with heavy fog and now strong rainfall. Does that sound about right? Was the weather that you guys were dealing with?
Yes. Yeah, I was
Okay.
reading.
Okay. So it's probably for the best anyways that you don't try to like canoe in the dark, or not canoe, but jolly boat in the dark up the coast full of sharp rocks in the rain. If anything, it's a testament to how badly your new employer definitely wants this work taken care of, for sure. On the bright side, tomorrow is going to be relatively clear, but there is going to be a violent storm tomorrow evening. So, those of you who know about the sea and you know about like ships and things like that, it is doubtful that they would try to signal you in any of that kind of weather. Uh, so asking around for like what's the sea looking like, what's the weather looking like. If these guys were to contact you, it would probably be 2 or 3 days out from your current position. So trying to signal you in the rain would have probably been problematic. Trying to signal you guys in a violent storm, they're going to have more things to worry about than signaling one of their drop locations. So that does logically buy you a little bit of leeway and some time there. That being said, Garuda, you work all through the night on this thing. Go ahead and give me a Constitution check.
Oh, I didn't roll.
Okay.
Bitch.
Oof. Yeah. Your efforts were successful. Gunslinger, you make yourself the pistol, but at the cost of your bird body. You are worn out. The ordeal in the swamp ruins, getting back to town, finagling, haggling, learning, cramming that information into your head, and then applying it. You were hungry for creation and to try out your new tools and skills. But like many inspired crafters, you maybe took it a little too far. So you do gain a point of exhaustion from your lack of sleep. Now it sounds like everybody else though did get some sleep last night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So Afra, there is the issue of this giant creature that you have with you. Yeah, Krebshanker, he doesn't really know what to do about this critter that you have with you. Like he basically is like
He's
he's
like the size of a pony.
he's like yeah, so that thing is gonna have to sleep outside in the rain. It's not coming in here. I got a strict no dinosaurs policy.
So
And that is definitely a dinosaur.
well, to be fair, I think he likes rain.
Well, I'm sure he does. From everything I've heard about Schult and dinosaurs, they're all into that kind of stuff. But I'm not gonna ask where you got a dinosaur. I'm not gonna ask why you have the dinosaur. I mean, you live your best life. That's fine. It's just not coming inside.
Not have a stable.
We are suspended over the water. There's absolutely no stables. No, it's not something that I normally need to accommodate for.
You make a little like pen in the water that he can stay in. That could be his stall. He
Wow.
likes the
Can I make a pen for your
well.
dinosaur? I mean, so are you asking if this thing can stay here?
Well, I mean,
because you guys already shit up the double double with all your animals, so I don't really. Uh, I mean, we have standards here, he says, as he absentmindedly slaps his hand down on a cockroach skittering across the bar.
Use your feminine wiles.
He's gonna come with us when we go. He's only gonna be here when we're here.
Well, it looks like your buddy, the Cyclops, is going to be sleeping outside anyways. So why don't you just have the dinosaur guard the Cyclops or whatever?
Sure, fine.
Yeah, which the Cyclops is going to owe me quite a bit of money for that medical care. So this isn't Evermeet. We don't got free medical. So, all right. So you're heading out in the morning then. You got big plans? Big,
Oh,
big dinosaur plans?
some plans.
Hmm. I
Not
see.
so big. But we got some plans.
Okay. Well, good for you. You heard there's a lot of people that's gone missing, yeah?
Actually, no, we hadn't heard that.
Oh, yeah. It's getting pretty bad. I guess like a lumber team went missing, out in the woods, and then there's some nerd went missing, like a it's like a wizard or a scholar. God, what was that guy's name? You see him like kind of snapping his fingers as he tries to recall the name of the person that has gone missing. Ah man, this girl was posting these flyers everywhere. Hold on. And he like kind of rummages behind the bar. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I've got one. Ah, yeah, here we go. Olms Oakham. This guy, and he kind of hands you the crumbled up billet.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah, Oakham's niece is pretty good money. She's got family money, so that's what's going on there. But yeah, it's I don't know, dangerous times we're in right now.
Pietro comes up behind Afra and takes the missing paper and says, "Money, you say? A reward? Why, I'm all about money."
Ah, good. That Saltmarsh is a good place to be
got a
then.
job to do.
The name's
Well,
the
you have
name's
some time.
Krebs Shanker. You new in town?
I came back with the rest of the group.
This group right here, the one that works with Queen Bee or whatever her name is, Gina.
And I see.
That reminds me. Do you want a cat? We have an extra cat.
You have an extra cat.
Tasty?
I mean, the tavern could always use a cat. Good for catching catching rats, I guess. This is a free cat.
Oh, I was asking if Pietro wanted the cat. I'm sorry, Crib, but you don't care
Oh,
for pets.
I see. I mean, I think it's cute that you take your pets with you adventuring. I feel like you must be really good at compartmentalizing the separation anxiety that death will be bringing. So I think it sends a message to your opponents like damn, this girl just doesn't give a shit. Look at this. She's willing to bring this cat into battle. Like she doesn't care about anything. And he kind of looks at your monkey and gives him like the saddest look, like it's been nice knowing you, kind of look. And the monkey just gives him one salute, just gives him a salute. Um, all right, so yeah, do you guys have any other business that you need?
Yeah, I just want to say that Jenna like would spend a little bit of time teaching the parrot phrase.
Okay. What phrase are you trying to teach it?
The first one I'm trying to teach her right now is, "Are you fucking with me?"
Okay. All right. Give me a handle animals check. Mm, mm. Yeah, it's not going too well. You do say these things to it, and it sort of just looks at you, with its cold bird eyes, maybe absorbing that information, maybe not. Unsure at this time.
We'll get there one day, Puck.
All
Before
right.
we set off, Alvis has one bit of business to handle.
Okay.
Once the group is kind of like,
Yeah, we'll fast forward to morning. You wake up in sort of a heap. Your face hurts very, 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 very badly. There is a massive beast sleeping next to you. Its bulky weight of about, I don't know, 500 pounds leans against you, sort of protectively. The beast is glistening from the moisture and humidity of the rain. It is sort of a black and white coloration. There is also sleeping nearby the half orc from yesterday. Oh, 800 pounds. My bad.
when he sees the beast, it's like, he's taking that moment trying to focus his one good eye, and upon really taking in the sight, he kind of like, oh, who are you then? Oh, woken up next to worse. Oh, and then tries to stand up.
Woken up next to work.
Yeah, and the first thing he's gonna do is he's looking at all the tables outside to see if any of them have that giant tankard of ale he had ordered last night with his supplies.
Mm. Yeah, as you do, you kind of feel like, that feeling of bandages covering your eye. And it is making it so you can't see out of your left eye. And your left eye kind of darts around, and it's just dark. Apparently somebody has halfway blindfolded you.
Ugh. He's like, so absent-mindedly, as he's again looking at the tables for ale with his left arm, he's just trying to like pull at the bandages to get them off.
Yeah. So the bandages are on there nice and tight. They are a bit sticky. There has been some bleed through while you were sleeping. But as you pull the bandages away, you are not able to see out of your left eye.
Oh, not a dream then.
You can feel the left eye in a panic, and it's looking about, but you can't see out of it.
So he's trying to reconcile what's going on there because like he remembers through pain and haze
Yeah.
the day before. And one of the things that he was doing the day before, out of like just that macabre curiosity, was poking his hand in where his eye used to be.
Yeah, yeah.
And now it's like he feels like he can feel his eye, which is weird. And because he doesn't know anything about like phantom.
Right, but as you go to poke the eye is not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll kind of like under his breath, he's just like, oh, fuck. Where's the damn ale?
All right.
And he'll start his day with a little hair of the dog.
Okay. Yeah, the teenager that Kreb employs is running the place because during the daytime hours, Kreb sleeps because he's a vampire. No, because he's got better hours. A redhead vampire would be amazing.
God, I should have inside checked him.
Yeah. No,
Did you drink some soulless?
a vampire who has an establishment over running water. Why not? Yeah, so Kreb, sleeps during the day because most of his business takes place at night. But he does employ a young teenager who is, who kind of just tends the place during the day, answers business inquiries. not too many people come by during the day. It gets about as much business as Bob's Burgers, which is to say, a confusingly small amount for the establishment to stay open. Yeah. So, but you guys are there, so at least that's something. But yeah, that's fine. They give you alcohol for breakfast. Why not? Uh,
Beauty.
yeah. So is any yeah, here's the kid that runs it. This kid right here during the day.
So after securing ale, which is
Mhm.
just a necessity first thing in the morning,
Sure.
now I noticed the half orc, and I'll give him, if he's awake, I'll give him like a nod and greeting, like recognition. But uh, him not being part of our group when we took the contract for the Knolls, I'm gonna be looking for whichever member I find first, and I'm gonna be like, so where's my share of the gold?
Now you find Garuda very very bleary eyed at one of the back tables. The table is just strewn with weird mechanical parts. And he has sort of the look in his eye of like manic triumph. Like he has done something incredible, but at great cost to his sleep reserves.
What do we got here? I'm just gonna point to this stuff and ask Ruda.
Um, this is what I call bang bang. And Tiger waves it around in the air. It's gonna,
This looks like one of the things that shot my eye out, right?
Yeah, yeah,
My other eye kind of narrows, and I'm
but
like,
like way
oh.
more advanced. It looks much more advanced than the
yeah,
one you
it's
shot.
not what shot your eye out.
Yeah.
Just like,
This one looks like it could shoot both eyes out.
ooh. So yeah, I'll sort of like take a wary step back, and I'll just be like, oh, just be pointing in at the baddies, and not at and I'll just kind of point up at my right eye, like, ugh, those are dangerous, you can put out an eye. Oh.
Ugh.
uh, so who's got me share of the gold?
Yes.
Yes, who?
Yes. Uh, I unfortunately had to use a. Let's go do it all together. Ask that question first.
Hmm?
Let's go do it all together.
All together, well, they paid you 500 for the bounty on the Knolls.
Yeah. Then we
And
got
then
the.
I believe you negotiated a bonus of 300 gold. Does that sound
600.
correct to everybody? Yeah.
Yeah, 600.
And that was paid out through the Dragonborn that you rescued.
Uh,
At least
Does
100
Garuda
and
tell
500 of
Alvis?
his tools and supplies.
Yeah.
uh, the money kind of went to that's where I'm looking for bettering the group, and
Yes.
you'll get your share. Don't worry about it, Elvis. I think get your share. Um,
So Alvis goes to like do that thing where you stroke your beard,
Mhm.
and he'd be using his left hand for that. And so when his thumb hits the left side of his face, it's like, oh,
Oh
damn
yeah.
it, I. All right. And he like forgets about the gold. He like wanders back to the table where he left his mug because he needs more ale. Cause damn, that hurt.
Mm,
And he'll just wait for everyone else so we could set off.
okay. All right. So, everyone rouses at their own pace, essentially. And Jenna, you got some sleep in. I'm assuming you slept like the 6 hours that you needed to.
Yep.
And then, yeah, woke up and looked around. They did drop off those four spells. So I assume that you wanted to start on that.
Yeah. I would immediately start after my 6 hours on putting those in my spell.
Okay. Hmm.
so are we heading to the house that crawls or read?
Sounds good to me. If you guys are ready to head out, do you want to take the you gonna take the jolly boat, or are you going to?
We're taking the jolly boat.
All right, so you guys head on down to the docks. Who will be piloting the ship? So you need somebody with
Jenna will be.
water vehicles.
Are we taking Willie with us?
He'll swim next to the boat.
So you need 3 different skills to navigate ships. You need perception to make sure you're not crashing into anything. You need navigator's tools to make sure you don't get lost. Now, navigator's tools are not as important when land is in sight. So the checks for navigator's tools are much lower when you have land to guide you by. When you are out in the open sea, that is where the navigator's tools become life or death important, so that you're not just going around in circles in the middle of the ocean. And then, of course, the absolute most important one is water vehicles, which doesn't really see a lot of play in Dungeons and Dragons. But, here it is, it can be pretty important.
Yeah, Jenna. When they get to the jolly boat, she looks at it and she really kind of just like looks utterly disappointed and scoffs a bit. But she looks at everyone and she's like, "Well, I spent some time on a boat when I was leaving Faye. I spent a lot of time with the captain and I learned quite a bit about piloting them. If you don't mind me taking the lead."
Afra will jump into the boat, assume a Captain Morgan pose, and give everyone a pep talk and 6 temporary hit points.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Thanks, Captain. Yeah, Alvis is just like, trying to peer out into the sea, and he's having issues with the depth perception, and he'll just kind of sit down and pull out some navigator's tools.
Okay.
Drew would get into the boat and promptly pass out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Ruda, do you want to keep an eye out for us?
Yeah, I could do that.
Now, with 1 point of exhaustion, all of your skill checks and initiative are going to be at disadvantage.
Yeah, I definitely realized
Oh,
that.
well, never mind then. I will keep an eye out. You rest.
Alrighty. So you guys hop in the boat and you head on out into the Great Sea. So, big question: do you go to the house that crawls, or do you start your lives as pirates with your tiny jolly boat?
Bail
I
right
think,
now.
I think we're going to the house. Though
yeah.
I'm open to suggestions.
So the jolly boat, to give you a little bit of information on it, its max combat speed, which is how far it can travel in 6-second combat rounds of Dungeons and Dragons, is 25 feet per round. It only has an armor class of 19. It only has 40 hit points. It does have a damage threshold of 5. That means that attacks that do not deal at least 5 points of damage do not deal any damage to it. You could ram it into something. It does a 1d8 damage when you ram it into something. Its travel speed is 3 miles per hour, which is not very good. I think that is the same as, or maybe a little bit less than, you guys just walking. It requires a crew of 1 person to man, but ideally 3 people would be best. And the maximum amount of people it could fit is 8. But if you had that many, you guys would definitely be squeezing, because it is not, it's not a big enough boat for everyone to have their own magical 5-foot by 5-foot combat square. It cannot really carry any cargo. So if you wanted cargo, it would basically be taking the spots of people who would be on the ship. So that is the jolly boat. All right. The weather is clear right now, but there are ominous storm clouds off in the horizon. You can see them forming and getting ready for a nasty ass storm. You make your way south along the coast, and let's go ahead and get some checks in there. Let's do a perception check, a navigator's tools check, and a water vehicles check. I will accept the first ones that I see. Only skilled people can provide you with assistance on these things.
For navigator's tools, what attribute?
Navigator's tools uses intelligence because you are drawing upon your knowledge of the stars, currents, the sea, maps that you've read, etc., etc. Water vehicles goes off of wisdom because you are interpreting live all of the things I just talked about, the navigator tools, but you're having to deal with them in the moment. So it has to do more with your cunning and your instincts.
Does anyone have proficiency that could assist me with the vehicle?
Alvis does, but I'm not sure if he can if he already did the navigator's tools as
Yeah,
well.
if you're doing navigation, you're not going to be able to assist with
I
this.
will.
I
will just
with
roll it.
my disadvantage, can I still give advantage to someone else if I help them out?
Are you trained in water vehicles?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you could assist.
I'll assist gentlemen.
14.
Wouldn't matter.
All right. 14 is enough. The weather's not too bad. You're not trying to move at a ridiculous pace. You're not being attacked by sea monsters, which is good because Afra kind of dialed it in for her perception check, and Alvis, I'll be honest, that's a terrible navigator's tools check.
It's a good thing we're following the shore.
Yeah. You basically the throbbing in your head. You just like you see the fucking beach. You see that. Yeah. Follow that. That's go. That yeah. Keep it on your left. Good. Yeah. That's your navigator's tools check. All right. So, you almost crash into a couple of rocks, but you know, again, you're taking your time. You're not in a big hurry. It does occur to you, Afra, and Jenna, that yeah, this is a very dangerous coastline to be, to be on the water, to be pirates. You could definitely start to understand the fear people have of Umberlee, the bitch queen of the ocean, and why they would be afraid to come out here on the water, because even this close to the shoreline, it is a potentially deadly situation. Sharp, jagged rocks everywhere, dark, mysterious water even during the day. You can really only see just a little bit into the water before it is just plunges into darkness. Um, I mean, honestly, anything could probably just jump out of the water and knock your boat over and just eat you and kill you at any time. It is less than ideal. But you make your way down the coastline, and eventually, you do see, because the day is nice and clear, you do see the house that crawls up on the cliff. You don't see the sea caves, but you do see the house that crawls. All right, what's the next move?
Can I do, should we do another perception check to try and find the sea caves?
And Pietro, this is the spooky house that crawls that kind of hangs out on this seaside cliff.
It's like a Scooby-Doo villain lives here.
Oh, it was totally a Scooby-Doo haunted house for sure. It was a very Scooby-Doo situation in that house, actually. All right.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't remember that kind of death.
Yeah, I don't remember people die in Scooby-Doo. Or like maggots jumping out of a dead body in Scooby-Doo.
Maybe I'm thinking about Supernatural, which is like Scooby-Doo for grown-ups. I don't know. All right. So you need another perception check to see if you guys can spot the sea caves. And anyone can make this check, obviously, but they don't need to.
Afra?
Yeah, Afra, you let your gaze kind of wander down along the cliff from the house, and as the jolly boat kind of crests a wave and then comes back down, you catch right behind a collection of sharp rocks jutting from the water the cave. It is very well concealed by the natural stone formations of the coastline. All right, so you just got
Guys, there it is.
you just got to sail this boat. Just got to sail it right in through them sharp rocks. You could do this, Jenna.
Okay, so just another V equals water.
Correct. And a sleepy bird man is assisting.
23.
All right. Yeah. So using Afra's guidance of spotting it and kind of reminding you which way to go, a very tired Garuda sort of helping you navigate with the hand rudder and the sails. You guys make your way in, and you arrive in the sea caves of the house that crawls. All right, time to set up shop, I guess.
Yes, let's take turns taking watch, I suppose. Garuda, you should probably rest for a few hours. Since you were up working so late.
How big are the caves? Is it big enough for like the ship to sail in? Or
Totally. Yep. I'm about to transpose you guys over there real quick.
Sorry.
Yep. I'm just making sure the map is suitably updated because they sort of Wreck-It Ralph this thing last time they were here. So.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, and good news, nothing ate Willie as he was swimming alongside the ship. So.
I didn't even know that was an option.
Did you bring all of your pets with you? Is another question.
I would have brought.
Just the bard.
Oh, I see. Winky face. So you don't bring your cat, your parrot, all that. Who are you gonna leave that with? You gonna pay
Yeah, we're gonna
Shanker's teenager to keep
Yeah.
watching him?
Yep.
Okay. But the bard was conscripted for this mission then?
Yep.
Oh, always.
Okay.
Bard owes Jenna and company.
All right. Let's see. We'll fix that later. The cup was driving me crazy. All right. Let's see. House that crawls. Where you at? It's also worth noting that on my end, at least, all the Roll20 music tools are pooping their pants this morning. So that's always nice. I'm trying to find music that Roll20 feels is appropriate, and then I'll try to get that going in the background. Anywho, you guys arrive at the house that crawls. You should be down here. Now, as you arrive, you notice that the bodies that you strung up, gangland style, are gone. They are not here.
That's good. I wasn't looking forward to the smell.
Yeah. So they're not here. You do see that the ropes that they were hung from are still about, but you do not see the bodies.
I suppose we should investigate these caves real quick. Crash, that was also one thing that didn't get answered. Did Wally come back?
Yeah, when Wally
saying he
saw
the ship.
No, Wally did not. In fact, when Wally saw you guys approaching the caves, he flew down and joined you.
Okay. Seems they haven't been here yet. Though I must say, Wally, doesn't have the best sight. He tends to just poop a lot,
Mm.
but he's good at it. Pooping that in.
As if to accentuate your comments, he raises one of his stork-like legs and starts sort of cranking it, and just white streams of shit come out of his cloaca, just spraying the nearby wall.
The secret is I feed him a bone meal with lots of starch. It makes a good combination. Wally, this is Willie. Please be friendly to him.
Yeah, Willie is licking the ectoplasmic poop off of the wall.
No.
So he does that
No.
thing, that sort of awkward thing where you stop and you look at everybody because you feel like they're judging you, but you're not sure why. And then he just slowly keeps licking, unsure of himself now. And he just gives you a friendly honk.
Are you seriously gonna let your new pet eat shit?
Literally.
800 pounds. I don't think I can stop him. He's a good boy. Yes, Willie is a good boy.
No, he's not a good boy. He's eating shit.
All right. He
mean,
watches
look
the
at
two of you having this exchange. And he sort of just kind of backs into the water a little bit and just rolls over on his back.
Don't
What do we
worry,
do?
with what we're doing. I'm not sure he'll survive the night, but you'll be all right, Willie.
Yeah, he's got more HP than I do.
Hmm. Does Willie get death save?
I will be
We
honest,
spend so much
Jenna,
for him.
Jenna, Afra, and Garuda being back in these caves. This is like some Saving Private Ryan, like PTSD level shit. Because this is a bad time down in these caves.
That's true.
Yeah.
Do you miss help, Jenna?
Of course not. He was a servant, and he died a servant's death.
Yeah, you just hear gunshots in your mind's eye theater. You see people just like falling down, like blood spraying everywhere. Uh, Centipedes for some reason are like running around with guns. I don't know. That would imply that you took some hallucinogens with your breakfast, but it's all just a series of images of the violence and bloodshed that took place in this area.
Yeah, if you have like a passive insight of 14, you probably notice that Jenna's pretty worked up, but
Yeah.
she wouldn't let it show.
Oh.
All right.
Passes of 10. You seem fine to me.
Garuda sees from the
Okay.
side.
You guys have been here before. Lead the way.
I mean,
Are we?
we're kind of sticking out here. I guess we could look at the caves and whatnot, see what work has been done. The problem was there was a room that said "Do not enter." It had skeletons in it, and that door probably burned down, but maybe not the skeletons. It may be dangerous to go on ahead. Just be alert.
Swish is like, so you brought us here to this house full of um undead? Is that, I mean, I saw the house from the boat. That's a haunted house.
Yeah. Well, we're here for other business, not the house this time. We're here to commandeer a ship, and you will be the ship's minstrel, and you will keep the crew entertained.
Okay. Um so we just watch from this cave? What do- what do the instructions say? Where's the ship supposed to be?
Jenna looks at Afra.
Uh,
Current yeah, they use a formation of stones that are jutting out of the water southwest of your current location. It is called the Kraken's Teeth. It is the equivalent of a Star Wars asteroid field for pirates. So it is the sort of natural formation where you would try to lose ships that were chasing you with your superior um, piloting skills.
And can we see that from the caves, or would we?
Yeah. So
Okay.
you kind of look out and you reorient yourself from the area, and you look to the southwest, and just at the very edge of your vision, unless you had sharpshooter, to the very edge of your vision, you can see the jutting stones of the Kraken's teeth.
Okay. I'm
Did
gonna
you?
point it out, and I'm gonna say, "We're looking for him over there, and if we see him, we signal with this lantern."
That's what the instructions say.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've got a good picture of Kraken's teeth. Hold on. Well, you don't have to hold on. You can keep going, but hold on is just me saying I've got to grab it.
So, this house, these skeletons might be just wandering around. Are there any other doors between us and them?
Yes, there's a secret entrance into the cave.
Mm. You know,
Whoa,
a sign that
that's a
says
big
"Do
ass
not
picture.
enter," and well, that's a map, eh?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
All right. Yeah, so basically, Kraken's teeth looks like that.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a place that any sane person would want to sail their ship.
Yeah, no, holy.
Yeah,
Good thing I don't think anyone in the party is saying.
yeah.
So Alvis is just like, there's a door that says do not enter, and skeletons guarding something. How many hours until we have to meet this ship?
Well, we're kind of just waiting for it.
Yeah, according to the instructions, the ship comes at night. I'm assuming that you guys keep later hours than most people. So, unlike normal adventuring parties that start their day at sunup, I assume that you guys probably started your day around noon.
Yep.
Yeah, and you guys got here. You had to go to the docks. Blah blah blah. So it's about 4 o'clock right now. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I go to sleep. I post up in that little corner back there. Pass
Now
out.
the storm is supposed to hit around 7 or 8 p.m. And the reason I bring that up is because a town like Saltmarsh, a storm this bad, people have definitely been talking about it.
I'm gonna draw one of my rapiers and start exploring off to
Okay.
a little bit.
Sure.
And
Yeah, feel free.
see what's there, especially if we're in a cave and the sea level's gonna rise.
Yeah, go ahead, Pietro, and give me a investigation check.
Genoa's gonna offer to go with him.
Sure.
Alvis is going with him for sure. Alvis wants to investigate the house. To be honest, Alvis is like, we're just gonna sit here. Well, there's like a house with skeletons above us. Like, heck no.
Well, we already investigated it. We're not sure there's skeletons. They could have died in the. The only thing we need to keep notice of is, I think we should just make sure this cave is secure and that the entrance to the cave is secured as well.
What was in the room with the do not enter though?
We did not go in there.
See?
There's this thing with rooms, and when people board them up and with signs that say "Do not enter," and then when one of our allies tried to listen in and a sword came through, we decided not to enter.
Guru just
Mm.
says, "Don't go inside the house." Goes back to sleep. That's my only warning for the Yobi. Don't do it. It's not
All right,
worth
so
it.
Garuda, you just kind of curl up like right here against the wall where you can hear the waves lapping and all that, and you hear the occasional like snorting honks of Willie as he kind of soaks in the ocean. He seems so happy to be reunited with the ocean. He was very dried out in that cage.
Yeah, like a wet
So,
willy.
yeah, he definitely did not moisturize his asshole. So all right. Sorry. I gotta get as much mileage out of that as I can. So Jenna, Pietro, and Alvis, you are going to go explore the house. Swish says, can I accompany you, or do you want me to stay here and keep an eye on the boat and the is it a dinosaur? I'm really unsure what that is. And the bird.
Well, either he can stay or I can stay.
Well, I think it'd be best if you two just stayed together. Swish, do you know any communication methods?
I know the message cantrip.
That would be perfect. I think you should stay here and just shoot one of us a message if anything happens or the ship.
Okay. Alrighty.
For
So
investigation, or can somebody else roll? It's not one of my strong suits.
Yeah, I'll do.
okay.
17.
17. One of the things that you notice right away is that yeah, there are bloody footprints leading back into the sea caves. They originate from where the people were strung up to leave a message.
Someone comment on that because I don't know that particular backstory.
Nor does Elvis.
Is it safe to suspect like
Reanimation.
reanimation?
Yeah, you're a wizrobe. That's a pretty fair guess. Is that this house is spooky. The people died in pretty bad ways. The bodies were desecrated. It is Dungeons and Dragons. So there's a lot of evidence kind of piling up that that could be the case.
Seems the corpses we left here were may have been reanimated. Do you see these footprints here in the and Jenna like
Then I
points out the footprints to everybody.
let the bard stay here and keep watch, but I'll go with you guys.
The bard kind of breathes out a big air puff of relief and settles down next to Garuda. All right. Yeah. Afra and Jenna, you see the ominous sea caves. Who leads the way?
How good is the lighting?
I vote our strong half orc leads the way.
In the dark.
You should
Jenna?
have dark vision as a half orc. Yeah, you can see in the dark.
Right. In that case, I will lead the way. I will have one of my rapiers drawn, and I will advance slowly forward.
Okay. You see a lot of red X's. The red X's just mean that that stuff was removed from the map. Either it was taken or burned or destroyed, but it is no longer on the map.
I have turned on my lantern.
Oh, do it just.
Cancel.
Alrighty. Feel free to move about the map. Yeah, so Pietro, there seems to be evidence that at one time, this area was used to store goods. There is sort of a grassy, like dried grass, like straw situation laid out all over the floor to help deal with the moisture of the caves. This is a very steep incline right here. And it's one of those deals where they have like slots of wood sort of like laid down for traction, and then that same kind of blanket of hay and straw and grasses to sort of help with traction. And that heads up into the passage. I will tell you that there's like dried blood everywhere. There was some kind of massacre that took place here.
Is it fresher blood or is it like old
Oh no,
blood?
this is old blood. Like it's got to be a week or more, like old.
What did you guys do here? It's gross.
We
Well,
found
we
sev-
died a lot.
we found several pirates. Well, cultists. Me and Garuda managed to fight them off. Garuda this is where he first impressed me. The man, he kept falling down, but he got right back up. It was much like a song I've heard Bart sing. It went something like, "I get knocked down, and I get up again. And I get knocked down." Yeah, I'm sure you could ask the new Bart. He could probably sing it for you much better than I could.
Fair enough, I may do so. Yes, fuck the cultists. Let's see.
Yeah, that's the tubby humpers. That is pretty good. Pretty good. So, bunch of dwarves into big girls and boys. So, all right. You hear uneven footfalls in the shadows up ahead, Pietro.
I stop and I try to sort of squint into the darkness to see if I can make out what's coming down the incline.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Shit.
Maybe it was just the wind.
I will stand up next to him and also look, therefore giving him advantage.
Okay.
Perhaps we should stealth ahead and get a surprise round against these zombies. I'm sure evidence is apparent.
Roll again. Or...
No, you know. Very well.
And Jenna will also activate stealth mode and move half her speed and try to remain. What is Pedro wearing armor wise?
PTSD.
We have Alvin, and Pedro in our party.
Yeah, what is Pedro wearing like for his armor? Is he wearing like
Chainmail.
Chainmail's pretty good.
that chainmail is quite loud. Perhaps you should hold back just a moment and let us get a jump.
Yes, I can be sneaky. I don't have great stealth. Yeah, I don't have a great stealth.
All right, ladies, as you start to stealth, yeah, Afra, you bring down a bit of your weight on this incline, and one of the wooden supports for the makeshift stairs kind of breaks loose, It's one of those fall and like hit your funny bone of your knee on an outcropping of stone, and then sort of Peter Griffin style, like ooh ooh kind of feeling as you kind of like hold the knee. You don't make any noise, but the snapping of the wood definitely through the silence of the caves.
Goodness, Afro.
I think I see something around this corner, and I
Yeah, roll initiative. Well, let's check the initiative tracker. Yeah, roll initiative.
was gonna say I think they know we're there. Come on. Just go to your screen and select.
I'm not.
Move the screen so you can see your token on the map, and then select it.
All right. I guess I will still roll for Swish, and anybody else, I'll roll for Willie.
I mean,
Really, you could roll if you want, but it will be at disadvantage because of your exhaustion.
select your token,
Yeah.
and then
You want to put a cameraman out, Crash?
Yeah, sure. I'll pull a cameraman out for you. As exciting as it is to watch Birdman take a nap, so
Thank you.
okay. So you say, "I think I see one in the dark," and you immediately see her turn, and in a herky jerky motion, her broken neck sort of bobbles her head. And she begins sort of gibbering and moving towards you. What is the plan, Afra?
I am going to make an insight check.
Okay.
Bonus action.
All right. Against this creature. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, this is against their charisma, right?
Yeah, deception.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Alright.
you figure that zombie out.
Okay. So now I'm going to shoot with my short bow with sneak attack damage.
Yeah, 16 is definitely a hit. All right, it takes 11 points of damage. It is bloodied.
All right. And then I'm going to just move over here to kind of get out of the way.
Okay. Alrighty. That brings us to yeah, zombies. Boy oh boy. Okay. So let me see. Here, here, here. There we go. All right. Zombies are slow. So she is going to and they're not very smart. So she's going to move nice. She will shamble up to you and try to just kind of beat at you with her busted, rotten arms.
Does it have a broken neck?
It definitely has a bad situation in the neck area. The feet seem to have had most of the meat sort of scavenged off of them as well, which is kind of disturbing. All right, so a 7 does not hit.
It does not.
Willie's turn. Willie is just sort of singing to himself and rolling around in the beach, just and he's just kind of rolling around, just having a great time. Pietro, you're up.
I will step forward, and with the rapier in my right hand, I will stab it in the head.
Okay. Do it.
Oh.
Do it. Yeah, 19 is definitely a hit.
The name for damage.
All right, 9 points of damage. You skewer her in the head. It goes in the face. There is a squelching sound. The blade pops out the back of her skull. She kind of shudders. You pull the blade back out, and she turns to face you, her mouth opening hungrily.
This action, do it again.
Yeah. Dual wielding.
Oh, you're doing like an offhand weapon, or
Yeah,
you're a dual
yeah.
wielder?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's my fighting style.
Oh, nice. Okay. Because it is a critical hit, she dies. You stab it again. You give it a hard twist. The neck breaks the rest of the way, and the head comes off clean. Her body slumps to the floor. And for flavor, this would have been maximum damage, and she wouldn't have been able to speak for a couple of rounds. Because yeah, you got it right through the mouth.
Excellent.
All right. Anything else from Pietro?
Say, ha ha! Take that, you undead piece of shit.
Okay. Yeah, there are some more moans in the darkness.
That could be the name of a song.
Um,
Moons in Darkness.
Wally, you're up.
well, just gonna start flying over. And then he's gonna take the dodge action
Okay.
as I communicate with him telepathically.
Alrighty. Let's see. Jenny, your turn is coming up. There's just a bit more stuff going on in the darkness outside of your torchlight. All right. Another one yeah, magically appears. Sorry, it was on the wrong layer. But yeah, it kind of comes around the corner. It shambles up to Pietro.
Madre de Dios.
I believe that does not get through your armor though.
No.
All right. So a heavy hit thuds against your armor. And this individual who in life may or may not have been a hobgoblin, we're not sure. But it does sort of have coloration in such a way. It's just sort of moaning and grabbing at you. All right, Jenna, you're up.
Seeing this one approach, Jenna's gonna frostbite.
Okay.
So it needs to make a con save.
Constitution save. All right. You go to frost it over, and there is sort of the flash of memory of the battle that happened, and yeah, the spell just kind of doesn't take.
Okay, and Jenna's gonna back up a bit, and she's
Right.
gonna put a hand on Elvis's head, and she's gonna point his one good eye at the. And that's her turn.
All right. That brings us to Garuda. Taking a nap.
Yep. Z's.
Okay. All right. Swish, who's well trained ears, knows that there's some shenanigans going on. He just begins to sing to you, Garuda, a little lullaby to help you stay asleep.
Like that.
Alvis, you're up.
All right. So I'll step forward, get a view of. Oh yeah, that is a pretty zombie. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's she almost looks as pretty as me. Almost.
Mm.
Not quite though. Yeah, so Alvis is just going to toss a where the heck are my spells at? I will frostbite it. So that would be a whoops. DC is 13 right now.
13
DC Constitution.
Constitution. Here we go. Yeah.
Oof.
All right, Pietro. Ice magic kind of flying past you, hitting the creature. It doesn't seem to do anything to it. All right, that brings us to.
Oh, it still takes 1d6 cold.
Oh, okay.
No, it's all or nothing.
If it's a cantrip, say.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's all or nothing.
Yeah,
It's
sorry.
all or
My
nothing.
bad. My bad.
Okay. All right, so that brings us to Afra.
I'm going to just kind of. Oh, this is not my screen. Let me go to
Sorry.
my screen. Okay. I'm gonna just kind of shimmy around here so that there's a path, and I can watch out for.
As you do, you see more
Oh,
zombies.
okay. I'm now going to stab this one in front of me.
Okay.
I don't understand why it is clicking so many times.
Okay. 20 hits, 12 points of damage. The zombie is bloodied.
Okay,
All
and
right. So yeah, Pietro, you watch as her blade just kind of pops out of its chest, and then another blade pops out of its chest from behind.
only the 2 damage.
All right, pulling them back. All right.
And that is it.
Okay. Let's see, Afra, you see another zombie pushing through the throng. To join the fray. It had to use a dash action though.
It's a fast zombie.
Yeah, a lot of people don't think that zombies can dash, but they can. They have a 20-foot speed, but you know when you dash in it, it does seem like a lot more than a zombie could handle.
Well, to be fair, anything you can do while you're alive, you can do. You're dead. You're dead, just slower.
All right, Willie continues his swimsuit model photo shoot. Pietro, you're up.
I'm going to strike at the one right in front of me.
That's terrible music. Oh, I can't believe it's. Anyways, all right. You guys, the one in front of you, go for it. Yeah, 19 hits. For 10. That might be enough to kill it. Let's see what happens. No. You stab the creature, and you're pretty sure that killed it. The whole thing kind of shakes violently. You give it a hard twist. You pull it out. You drag a bunch of rotten intestines along with it, kind of pulling it out through the wound. The creature just looks down at the wound and looks at you and sort of lunges forward to bite you. It is still alive.
I follow up with my left hand, and I will shove it up through its jaw into its brain.
All right, go for it. Yeah, that is another hit. For 6. Let's see if that kills it. It does not. You shove it right up through the jaw. The sword pops out the top of its skull, and its eyes kind of bulge. You pull the blade back down, and it shakes its head, and it is still going.
Does it take to kill these things?
Yeah. Anything else from Pietro?
I'll take a step back.
All right. That will provoke an attack of opportunity from the creature. Is that all right?
It's okay. I just sort of surprised. I feel like
like you're taking a step back, like cinematically. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Because in 5e, if you move out of a threatened space like that, for example, anything that was threatening you that you left their threatened space, they could attack you with their reaction. And you guys can do the same thing. It's called an opportunity attack.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
So you kind of step back.
Automatically, I will take a step back and be like, and just sort of surprise and not
It starts making
enemy.
just like a low mewling sound, like deep in its like throat and stomach area. And you see that the wound that you caused in the stomach, all manner of like worms are like starting to ooze out of the wound you caused in the stomach, and they're just sort of spilling out onto the floor. All right. Afra, another one comes out and lunges for you. 19 for 4.
Does hit.
All right. Wally, you're up. Afra, you are surrounded by zombies.
Yeah, Wally's just gonna kind of fly over,
Mhm.
and he's gonna like keep dodging, but like thematically, like he's like trying to like get the zombies' attention. But
Okay.
yeah, he's just dodging, flapping his wings and squawking a bunch. Hoop cannons charging up.
All right, Pietro, you've definitely garnered this thing's attention. It is going to attack you. The one right in front of you. 15. I don't think it's through your defenses. So it again lunges forward to attack. Your armor protects you. All right, Jenna, you're up.
Yeah, Jenna's just gonna try again to conjure the frost on the zombie in front of Pedro.
Okay.
And try and take.
An 8. It does take the damage from the frost. Is that enough to kill it, though? Let's find out. No, it is not. Frost begins to pile up on the creature, but it is still going.
Jenna kind of like she like admires it, like maybe necromancy does have. But she ends up turning. She's like, kill him!
Never mind, this thing's guts are on the floor.
Yeah.
That's by any means.
All right, Afra, another one moves up and it attacks. 15 for 5.
If that does hit.
All right. Okay, that brings us to Garuda taking a nap, Swish singing lullaby. Alvis, you're up.
Get out of there.
All right. I'm gonna try to firebolt, and I'm gonna go for this guy.
Oof. All right. There's a lot of cover there, but it is a zombie, so it should be pretty. Oh, spell sniper. All right. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Now this is my first time doing an attack roll spell one-eyed, so I don't know how you want us to go about doing this.
Yeah, until you adjust your condition, your ranged attacks would be at a disadvantage from all of that's going on here.
Okay.
It's definitely something that it's 5th edition, so it is something that you will overcome eventually. But for now, it's only been like a day, and yeah, you're.
Oh my god.
A 16. You arc this bolt of fire. It goes past Pietro, doesn't hit him. Past this one, doesn't hit her. Past Afra, right over her head. Slams right into this thing for 1 point of damage.
God damn it.
All of your effort went into aiming, I think.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of magic left over. All right, anything else from Alvis?
No, that's all I've got. I think next round. Afra, how's your I seriously almost want to toss an ice knife down on your square.
I mean, that's okay.
All right, Afra, you were being attacked.
God damn. Oh.
Oof. Yeah, this one comes out of nowhere. You recognize it as the zombie of the hobgoblin woman from so long ago. And yeah, she comes barreling out of nowhere and just slams her fist into you. Let's find out what happens. Oh God. Yeah, so she brings her hand down in like a hammer fist almost, and you quickly like dodge out of the way, and then the zombie kind of steps back from you for a second. She raises up her left foot and she brings it down on your kneecap, causing quadruple damage. You have disadvantage on any skill checks that rely on your legs until you finish a long rest from this kneecapping.
Quadruple damage would
Yes.
kill you.
Well, it's an extra 2d6. So let's find out what happens. 8 plus 8, so 16 damage total.
Oh, well, actually, I am still up.
Okay. Yeah, when it's
Afra,
when
you
the
need to get
cards
out of
when the cards call for quadruple damage, it just means quadruple the base damage of the attack. So instead of like double damage dice, it just adds even more damage dice. But like from a rogue or something, it would probably one shot most people. All right. So bad situation there. Afra, you're up. You are completely surrounded now.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is an avenue of escape if you try to move diagonally through these guys.
So what do I have disadvantage wise? Remind me again.
Any skill checks involving your legs, because it just kind of kicked in your kneecap there.
So I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Okay.
Move. Oh, wrong screen. Move here,
Okay.
and then here, and here.
1, 2, 3,
And
4, 5,
back
6.
here.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot the one in front of David with my longbow.
All right, this one right here.
Yeah.
All right, go for it. Yeah, a 12 is a hit. That's 12 points of damage. Let's see if it kills it. It does. So all of the damage is taken, all of the frost that's built up on it. You take a shot, and as you hit the frosted over chest, it sort of shatters like Sub-Zero style, just and the creature falls to the ground dead. All right. That brings us to this one. This one just steps over the body of the fallen. And Pietro, it's going to attack you. 14 for 6 is a miss. All right, Pietro, you're up.
We'll attack it back.
All right, go for it. Yep, 5 points of damage. You give it a stab.
Attack it again.
All right. Oof. As you go to attack it the second time, something funky happens. Let's find out. All right. As you go to stab with your offhand weapon, there it says too much flourish. So make a dexterity saving throw.
So scroll up.
All right, so you go to stab it the second time, and the creature grabs your hand, your offhand, and starts kind of moving the weapon back towards you. And right as it's about to kind of slash you across the face, you sort of instinctively drop the weapon at your feet, and the creature is unable to sort of, stab you with your own blade. 5e is very generous about dropped weapons. You could use your item interact to pick it up if you would like, since you only dropped it right at your feet.
I will use my non-load bearing foot, and I will put my toe underneath the blade, and I will flick it up back into my hand.
Fair enough. All right. Anything else? You gonna hold your ground? Currently, you are keeping them from all of the squishies, which is to say the entire party.
I will stand my ground.
All right.
This
This
is what
one
I am here for.
is going to move forward and attack. A miniature horde of zombies. Yeah, they are apparently only good at beating up rogues. So it comes up, lumbers towards you, begins beating on you. Your defensive flourishes. Your armor is currently keeping you safe. Wally, they don't seem to have any interest in you. They are definitely after other humanoids, it seems.
Wally's just gonna disengage and fly over.
Okay. All right, Jenna, you're up.
And Jenna is again just gonna conjure some frost and try and freeze up the one in front of
Okay. Yeah, no, not happening.
my spells aren't effective against.
I mean, it could be the undead. It could just be this place. This place. All right. With that, another one lumbers forward. Pietro, it's going to try and attack you. Let's see. This one actually is going to try and shove you down. So go ahead and give me either opposed athletics or opposed acrobatics. Or is a shove just athletics? I don't know if you can use acrobatics against a shove. Gosh, I can't remember. Either one, athletics or acrobatics, unless somebody can remember the.
It's the athletics for the initial shove. Yeah, it's grappling where you can choose to use acrobatics.
Okay, yeah. So the zombie runs up and it grabs you and throws you to the ground, Pietro. So you are prone right now. All right, Garuda's sleeping. Swish is doing that. Swish kind of calls out to you in a stage whisper, so as not to awaken Garuda. He kind of gets up and walks over a bit. Is everything okay?
We're fighting some zombies. If you can help, help. If not, keep doing whatever you're doing.
Okay. All that will bear consideration, certainly. Alvis, you're up.
All right. We still don't have token for or template for it.
What do you?
Oh,
What do you
there
need?
it is. I'm webbing.
Webbing. Okay.
I am webbing. So, with web, that is a 20-foot cube from the point. Oh, crud. Can I make that? Yeah, so if I do the web here,
Okay.
that should cover these two without webbing Pietro.
Okay.
Also
So-
prone, so
Yeah, if you webbed him, he would be prone forever.
Yes, yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
try to avoid that, but yeah, rate about that's perfect. That's
Okay. And then you got to make strength saving throws.
yeah. There's the spell card,
All right.
and I'll take the slot down.
Oh no,
and-
dexterity saving throws. Gotcha. All right. If they start their turn in it. All right. Got it.
Oh yeah, it's strength to get away after if they lose their dexterity save.
All right. This one's turn comes up. Dexterity saving throw. Not very good. Let's see what happens. Yeah. That zombie is definitely stuck in the web. It will try and break free as its action. So it is restrained. Must make a strength check. All right, here we go.
DC 13.
Ooh,
God damn
tears
it.
free. When it's torn free like that, what can it can just move out of the webbing, I guess?
Well, that was its action to pull. Oh yeah, so it can still move.
Okay.
So whatever it decides to do is at that point. But if it starts in the webbing again, then next turn it would have to do a dex save again.
Gotcha. All right. They're really stupid.
They are.
Yeah, they really want to eat you guys. So it is going to move forward, and it will be squeezing with this ally out of the webbing, but the two of them are now squeezing.
The web is a great spell against mindless things that just want to keep moving in one direction.
All right. Afra, you're up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch.
I'm going to, I guess, just.
Okay. Short bowing the one that's in the webbing.
Yeah.
Okay. 22 is definitely a hit, and Pietro is technically still a threat. So it takes 14 points of damage and is bloodied.
Okay.
All right. Anything else from Afra? All right. This one has to make a dexterity saving throw. Here we go. Oh.
Oh man.
All right. Yeah, so it will attack with advantage against Pietro on the ground. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Here we go. But does not get through his armor. All right, Pietro, you're up.
So with me being prone, do I need to like get
It
up?
is, yeah, half your speed to stand up. No other penalties.
Okay.
5e super forgiving.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to stand back up after getting tackled.
Okay.
I will insult the zombie in front of me, you ugly motherfucker. I will kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Stab at it.
Now these two are sharing a space, so all attacks against them have advantage, and all of their attacks have disadvantage because they are squeezing into that 5 foot square.
Wait, who's got advantage? What now?
Oh, if you attacked the two to your right, either of the two to your right, you would have advantage because they are sharing a space, and
Okay.
that's bad. The one north of you is super beat up though, so you might be able to kill it with these attacks. It's totally up to you what you do.
Let's take care of that one.
All right. Zombies are notoriously easy to hit though, so yeah, 12 is a hit. For 4 is enough to kill it, or is it? Never mind. All right. What else you got?
With my other rapier.
All right, bring it. Yeah, that is a great hit. Let's see the damage. Okay. Is it enough? Let's find out. No, it's not. So you take both rapiers, you stand up, you give both rapiers a spin, you bring them both in, 1, 2, right in the chest, lift the creature up off the ground, give it a shake. You let the blade slide back out. The creature looks down at the holes in its body, and it just looks at you. It's not dead. Anything else from Pietro?
I can't be a good boy and just die.
Hopefully, if they get restrained, then that penalty to their saves would be really awesome.
At this point, this one right here is going to attack with disadvantage. Actually, no, we'll try to knock you down again. So go ahead and give me an athletics check against a shove.
Doesn't it have to roll a dex at the start of its turn?
The one to the right of him that's not in the webbing, I'm going to say no.
Oh, sorry, I can't I can
No
only
worries.
see to this point.
Yep. So go ahead and give me. Yep, 13 is enough. So this thing is trying to push you down, zombie movie style, just trying to grab you and pull you to the ground. Unable to do so. Wally, there's now there's a giant cube of webs. I don't know if you want anything to do with that.
Yeah, no, Wally's just kind of looking around. Dude, he's not very smart, so he's just kind of like, oh,
Okay,
all right,
just
okay,
chilling. Gotcha.
this is my weapon.
All right, Jenna, you're up.
Jenna getting annoyed.
Yeah.
She's gonna move forward, and she's gonna pull out these two. They kind of look like kitchen forks, quite big, and she's gonna stab this.
I was just thinking about those the other day. I was like, man, I haven't seen those in action. Yeah, that is a hit. 3 points of damage. Is it enough to kill the zombie? Let's find out. Absolutely not.
So anyone can attack with an offhand weapon, right? It's just the.
As long as the weapons are both light, as long as you're using 2 light weapons, so like 2 daggers, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, then she's gonna attack again.
Okay. An 8 is a hit.
It's not gonna be 6 damage though. It's gonna be 1d4.
Well, we just mouse over it. We can see it's 4 points of damage. So, all right, it's gonna try its best. You actually killed it.
Oh my God.
So you stab it with one fork, and pull out an eyeball. Nothing happens. You stab it with the second fork and just really jam it up in there, kind of laying out a cry of defiance. The zombie shudders and shakes and dies.
Jenna was probably screaming the whole time.
Yeah. This is the hallway where it was do or die, if you
Yeah,
recall.
yep.
Oh my God.
And she takes a step back, kind of shaking, kitchen knife still in kitchen fork still.
All right, 13. What's the DC it's trying to reach? Alvis?
Yeah, 13. Sorry.
All right, so it is not webbed. It will attack. Terribly. Oh, this is like the most boring fight. I'm sorry. Garuda, Sleeping, Swish, Alvis, what are you gonna do?
Okay, so at this point, I guess I'll try and I'll firebolt this one.
Okay.
And
I believe you.
yeah, that's the plan anyway.
Go for it.
Disadvantage. Go.
Yeah, that's a hit. Yeah, 3
fire.
damage.
Now at that point, I'll point out because this guy he's not restrained in the web, but he's on a web space. And Firebolt does say a flammable object hit by the spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried. I don't know if that.
So
I'll leave that up to you.
Since it wasn't webbed, it doesn't have webs on it. So if you wanted to just have shot the webbing itself, that would have set the web on fire. But since you shot the zombie who's not webbed, then it just hits the zombie.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, that's the I'd rather hit the zombie.
Okay. All right, the one down here, Pietro, it is going to try and hit you again. 16 does not hit. Afra, you're up.
All right. I'm going to try and shoot past Pietro into one of the two on that square. I honestly don't care which one.
Okay, go for it. They got some cover, but it is at advantage. Oh, yeah, that's a hit. 13 points of damage. It is bloodied. Anything else?
Is it?
Okay. Pietro, you're up.
I will attempt to run through in the skull, the one that Afra just hit.
Okay. Go for it. Yeah, 16 is a hit. What's that damage? Ooh, 11. 11 is enough to kill it, or is it? It is. Well done.
Ah, finally.
Well, you started strong with that crit. Crit automatically will kill them. They don't get a saving throw. But yeah. You got another attack, Pietro.
Try to do the same thing with the other one.
All right, do it. Yeah, that is a hit. For 5. Okay. Anything else?
Did this time?
Okay. That brings us to this one right here. It will try and hit you. No longer penalized from squeezing. It just can't seem to roll on you at all. Wally, I'm assuming just chilling. Jenna, you're up.
Yeah, Jenna's kind of like panting heavily. It's probably the first time she ever. That's the first time she ever killed anything with like her own bare hands, and not like
Mm-mm.
magic or getting someone else to do it for her. So she's kind of just gonna like step back and go back to the frostbite.
Okay. Frostbite it is. Let's see what happens. It fails. 2 points of damage.
Yep, on that one.
Okay. That one's turn has to make a dex save because it's still standing in the webbing. Because it don't know no better. But apparently the worst webs ever created, so doesn't seem to care. It is at disadvantage now because of the frostbite, which is good because that would have been the first successful hit against Pietro, but it misses. All right, that brings us to Alvis again.
Okay. Okay, Alvis is actually just gonna move to get a little bit of sight line here. And now looking at my mini crash, would you say that this thing would have full cover or 3/4 cover?
I mean, you're a spell sniper, right? So,
Well, that's where full versus 3/4 matters.
oh yeah, I mean, you've got a wall here and 2 allies, so it definitely would have 3/4 cover.
Okay, but Spell Sniper would be still able to handle that. So I will Firebolt him.
Okay.
And I will Firebolt him with disadvantage. Oh.
Yeah, it just sort of blasts into the wall in between Afra and Pietro. Afra, you're up.
My first miss.
Will shoot at this one again.
Okay. Yep, 17 for the. Okay, it is bloodied.
Oh my god.
All right, she set you up again, Pietro. Can you repeat the magic?
I will stab it with my rapier.
Yeah, that's a hit. Damage is 17. Is that enough to kill it? It is not.
I will follow up with my left hand.
All right, follow up. That is a hit. Damage. Oh, that's a good one. That's gonna do it. That's got to do it. Yeah, there you go. It is dead.
God.
Joys of zombies. All right. Anything else from Pietro?
I give out a triumphant yell. I am Pietro de la Vega, the zombie killer.
Jenna, you're up.
Jenna's gonna kind of just get a look. So it's in the webs. That's the one that's alive still.
Yeah, it is not actually restrained though, but it is standing in webs.
Yeah, with Petro in her way, she's just gonna rely on her,
Okay.
and she'll back up
All
to give
right.
people
Yeah,
a shot.
flubs it. Takes 4. Reapply frostbite. Creature's turn comes up. It's gonna make a dexterity save. It is finally caught and restrained.
Aha!
All right. It tries its best with disadvantage. That is a miss. All right. Speeding through here. Alvis, what are you going to do?
All right. So I will also frostbite it.
Okay.
So DC 13. Oh, why is mine coming up as
Ooh,
that?
yeah, it flubs it hard.
Change that into a attack.
All right. While that is happening, Afro, what are you up to?
Shooting things.
All right, do it. It is now bloodied. Oh,
I have
it's
advantage.
restrained, so that is a critical hit. That kills it.
Hey.
Yay.
Whew. All right. So the web spell is there as long as you need it or the duration. Some of the zombies are kind of dangling limply from the webbing. Some of them are dead on the ground. Looking at these bodies, Petro, they were definitely strung up at some point. You can see sort of the markings of rope. They were chewed on by scavengers. They were exposed to the elements. They are bloodied, wind blasted. These corpses are in bad shape. All right, out of
They still
initiative.
have like clothing on them, like robes, things like that.
I mean, they have clothes, but they definitely don't have any armor or equipment
We
or.
looted them the first time we killed them.
No, that's
Yeah.
not what I'm going for. I take a.
You're trying to figure out what their profession is. I got you. Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check real quick. Investigation represents your ability to piece together your visual clues to figure out what else is going on. Based on what bits of clothing they have left, tattoos, things like that that are still visible. These are obviously some sort of mariner-based profession. So they were probably sailors, pirates, smugglers, something like that.
Great loss.
Before Elvis releases the web, he's gonna ask if this is all of them.
And you do see, Pietro, you do see one of them has a tattoo of the symbol of the Scarlet Brotherhood, the people that you were hired to work for in the swamps.
Jenna just lets
Beating
out like a.
So these are the guys you killed before, eh?
Yes, I can't believe we had to kill him twice.
Thank you. And he like tears like a scrap of cloth off of like the shirt or pants of one of the zombies and starts cleaning his rapiers off of the gore or whatnot.
All right. Whew. What now, guys?
Afra's gonna limp back to the bard and curl up to sleep next to Garuda.
Yeah. The knee is sort of like pivoting awkwardly as you walk, and it is like purple and swollen.
Yeah. Gonna be. Y'all can explore the rest of the caves. I'm good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
That's fine. Get your rest.
All right. Seeing that you're back, dripping salt water, Willie comes and flops down on your lap, which is to say, your body.
Snuggle.
All right.
Elvis is leaving the web up until like somebody tells him whether or not the amount of zombies equaled the amount of like guys they had strung up.
Jenna, if your player cannot recall, you may attempt an intelligence check to see if you can remember how many people you strung up.
13.
You're pretty sure it was 6.
How many zombies did we kill here? Pedro, how many bodies?
I see 6 bodies.
I believe that's all of them, from what
Okay.
I can recall.
I can always try and coax them out. I could insult their mothers. See if there's anything else.
Sure. Yeah. Like, if you want to make noise so that we can draw anything else that might be in there, I can keep the web up for up to an hour.
We all have
Do I need
our methods.
for a like a bellowing insult?
Yeah, so you kind of call out some pretty colorful phrases to see if you could draw out anything from the surrounding caves. A couple of minutes pass, and there is nothing.
I'll let the web go away then, and
All
I'll
right.
go sit with the others.
Well, don't you want to look and see if there's anything else in the cave?
Oh, I thought we were heading back. Yeah, no, if we're gonna go deep, Albus is curious.
I just want to go and make sure the entrance.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and go deeper in.
Oh, sweet
Yeah.
Wally.
You see the cave where you guys settled in for the night? Okay. You see where the slime was that nearly killed Veshkadel?
Can does she feel like she can navigate past it?
Yeah, I mean, you could throw out a perception check to see if the slime has regrown. It might be a safe bet.
A 7.
You don't see any. I mean, the caves are
she-
wet for sure. You quickly kind of hustle past.
Yep.
Nothing drops down on you though.
This is the entrance to the house over.
Yeah, the secret door seems to be closed.
She's gonna just kind of like wrestle with it a bit and see
Asshole.
like if it's locked or anything. She's not gonna open it, just see if
You
it's
know,
openable.
it is not locked. It would easily slide open. It's on a track, if you recall, that slides into the wall and back out. Yep.
Can I do an intelligence check to see if I recall us leaving the door closed or
You
open
can
when we left?
certainly, yeah, you can certainly try.
A 10.
Maybe.
I'm
By the
not
time
sure.
you guys decided to leave, everybody was pretty fed up with this place, and you had Rowdy Cleric being rowdy. You were trying to. You guys were arguing about how best to move barrels of elven brandy. It was, yeah, it was very chaotic.
Do you wish to investigate into the house at all? I don't deem it necessary. There are all sorts of dangerous critters and
And a door that you didn't pass through last time, with a warning. Treasure, perhaps?
If we're going to stick our head in there, I think we need to move so as a group. These zombies, well, fun to kill. There could be something worse on the other side of that door.
well, on the other side of this door was essentially their bed chambers and their meeting room, a long dining table, which I'm sure they ate at. The
You
door,
did. You
the
did say
door
those.
that said "keep out" is beyond this room as well.
Where's the door that says keep out?
It's beyond this room. You open this door, and then it's to the right down the hall. If you're so insistent on level 1 treasure, then we can go ahead and certainly.
That's a pigeon, I think. I mean, Elvis is just curious about seeing what else was hidden there that you guys didn't get to the first time, but agrees with Pietro that we shouldn't go in unless we have the group with us.
I did quite a thorough search of the whole place, as well as Aphra did. We found some documents, and that nothing. That coat that you see, Aphra, and we got that in there. And also we did set fire to the place before we left, so it's the foundation could be, well, not the foundation, but the ceiling could be dangerous. I don't know if it's best to proceed. I feel we should just wait for the boat.
All right. Elvis will shrug it and
They're sure the caves are secure. I think we can wait on that room.
Okay. Are you going to post any guards up at this door?
Just Wally.
Toward the cave.
Well, I wasn't, but now.
In the DM industry, we call that a freebie.
Just,
yeah.
Yeah, just Wally, and if he sees the door open, he's just gonna start squawking and fly to me.
Okay.
Well, do we really want to do that? I mean, that's something might come through that door. I could stand guard. I mean, my whole thing is we're trying to earn the graces of the group.
Oh, yeah. If you and Wally both want to watch it, that would be good.
I mean, you needn't worry about Wally. If he dies, I'll just summon him right back.
So
He's a wizard's familiar.
it is now about 5 or so. Sunset's going to be at around 6:30, 7. Your instructions say that these peeps only come at night, but you also know that the storm is going to start around 7 p.m. as well. That being said, Garuda is trying to sleep off that exhaustion. So he will not be really fighting fit until 10 o'clock at night. And Afra also needs to do a long rest, or her knee is going to be a liability. Because I would probably say it would affect your initiatives as well, because initiative is a secret skill. It falls under the other in the category of skills. And in combat, I'd say moving about would probably use your knee. So yeah, it's definitely something you're going to want to rest up on.
Yeah.
So if you guys did want to explore the house some more, you could always wait until there's a spooky storm and do it at 11 o'clock at night.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out with Wally just
Okay.
in case, and if something tries to come through the, but if something else shows up, like at the beach, the bard can message me.
You. Oh yeah, some good thinking here, guys. All right. So time passes. Who is on lookout? As shitty as this job is going to be when the storm comes, because the storm comes and it hits pretty hard.
Not Elvis.
Not Alvis. Okay.
I'm not very perceptive. Does the storm come perhaps after Aphra and Ruda have woken up?
Oh, storm's coming in at 7. The two of them will
Okay,
be
at 7.
the two of them will be good around 10:30, 11 o'clock. It's a real heavy, real bad storm. It looks like it's gonna last about 5 hours.
If you want to hold this door, Pedro, I can go and assist the bard.
Okay, so go ahead for give me perception check for the first. We'll just divide it into two shifts for watching for the lantern light from the Kraken's teeth. So go ahead and give me a perception check to see if you notice those lights. Okay. You
But
do
the
not
bard
notice.
is watching with me as
Yeah.
well.
You guys do not notice any lights through the storm. I would say the storm would impose some penalties there. So
Yep.
yeah. You don't see any in that first 4 hours. That does bring you to about 9 p.m. Afra and Garuda are in their cuddle pile with Willie. Swish kind of sighs and like rubs at his temples and his eyes, and he says, "I don't know. It doesn't seem like they would want to deal with anything in the storm like this. You think we could just call it a night, or do you want to stay up all night and check the?"
It's better to just post watches and
Okay.
keep watching. We only have about a couple more hours until they're awake, I'm sure. Then they could.
All right. He will assist you. You can make another perception check. Yeah. Okay. You don't see any lantern light from the ominous gravestone-esque shapes of the Kraken's teeth. These guys, right there. All right. So, Afra and Garuda, you guys awaken. Garuda, you feel much better. Afra, thanks to the blood of heroes, the swelling in your knee has gone down quite a bit.
Morning.
Is it remotely possible that we're level 4 now?
Actually, it is. You were like 7 experience points away. So yes, you were definitely level 4 now.
Oh, crazy! That's awesome.
We haven't long rested yet.
Well, those
Or
two.
oh no, Albus. Oh wow, all of you? Okay, I see. Okay.
I would say that you unless you want to explore the house, you could just long rest it through the stormy night, and everybody could just take that time to collect their thoughts, think about everything that has happened so far, and level up. Yeah. Something interesting though, Afra, is that when you wake, Willie has something in his teeth, and he sort of drops it into your lap.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna gently wipe the slobber off of it.
Okay.
I'll look at Willie and I'll say, "Oh, good boy, you brought me a present."
Okay.
And I will pick it up and I will examine it.
Yeah, it seems to be some sort of coin, platinum coin, but not of the normal make for the Sword Coast region, because Sword Coast platinum coin looks like sort of a diamond shape, like that. This is a round coin. It is very thick. It is very big. It is almost like an amulet in the size that it has. On one side, you just see a radiant sun, like a radiant sunburst. And on the other side, there are 6 feathered wings that sort of fan out from a central point, and the central point is like an eye. So there's an eye, and it has 6 individual like bird wings that kind of fan out from it. It is hauntingly beautiful in its craftsmanship.
I will use my historical knowledge on it.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me a check. I believe that check is with advantage, right? Because you're an archaeologist. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So definitely go ahead and give me a history check with advantage. Yeah, this coin is obviously centuries old, possibly 1,000 years or more. the symbols that you see very delicately carved into it, the coin, upon closer inspection, do seem to be of celestial script. And the coin itself has obviously been in the sea for a long time. You imagine that as Willie was sort of just playing around in the waves, he must have picked it up.
I will put it in my pocket.
Okay. Yeah, it is a comforting weight in your pocket when you put it down.
Oh, do I need a?
And now I will level up into Celestial Warlock. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that was cool.
I don't know exactly. I just changed it to the.
Oh.
And congratulations on getting to a level 4.
We survived, guys. We did it.
No, we did not all survive. There's like 4 people just gone.
And Albus, I see your message. Yeah, that sounds fine.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Anybody remember the dice for a Warlock? Is it 8 or is it 6?
It is
D8.
at 8. Yep. But character Mancer should have you covered on that one.
So it has this weird thing when I'm multi-classing, and I did this in another game because it doesn't like. I want to multi-class into Warlock, and then it says level 0 plus 0 equals level 0, and then I changed the plus to a level 1.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't.
It's not taking?
It doesn't do anything. It still says level 0 plus 1 is 0.
Okay. You mind if I jump into your character sheet real quick, or?
By all means, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. So you have to change the rogue to a 0, and then you can make the warlock a 1.
So I did.
We'll see how it says rogue level 3 plus 0 now. It was saying rogue level 3 plus 1. So Roll20 knows that you only have enough XP to gain 1 level. It thought you were trying to scam 2 levels out of it.
Okay.
Yeah. But you should be able to do it now.
I cannot roll or average.
It won't let you roll?
Yeah,
No.
but it's giving you HP up top. Maybe do you need to close that out?
Do I need to change that to 0 as well?
Oh, definitely don't change your HP to 0. So if I click on roll, it rolled max HP for you. I guess you could keep that if you want, but there.
I mean, I will, but I just think that it worked.
All right, and then let's see. You got Celestial. Then we hit next. Okay. Healing Light, cantrip, blah blah blah. Are you seeing this stuff change when I'm hitting next and everything, or no?
No, actually, I'm hitting it myself.
Oh, because I'm on the spells page right now. For you.
It actually says that I don't have spells. Let me just close mine.
Okay. I mean, I'm almost done. Do you want me to just finish it up for you? Like, do you have spell? I'll just check the spells that you want. You have Sacred Flame and Light as part of your class, and then you can choose. Jesus Christ, 4 more cantrips. Warlocks are so ridiculous. Yeah. So, what 4 cantrips do you want? We got Blade Wards, trash. Chill Touch, trash. Great Bonfire, fire, situational. Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, that.
Always good. Great if you decide to sink stuff into it. Friends, kind of cool in a date rapey kind of way. Frostbite, you could be like the 15th person in the party to have it. Hamstring and Hobble are actually spells from like this weird like Fey Forest based campaign. have somehow snuck into my other spells, but they're a bit situational. Infestation, super gross, but decent. Mage Hand, fantastic. Magic Stone, situational. Minor Illusion, fantastic. Poison Spray, trash. Prestidigitation, fantastic. Thunderclap, I love it. I love it. It attracts monsters like flies to honey, so I definitely recommend Thunderclap. Toll the Dead, fantastic. True Strike, trash. So those are your spells to choose from.
Okay. I will let's see. I think I had picked Eldritch Blast, Booming Blade.
Okay, yeah, Booming Blade. You have to manually add that one because for whatever reason, Roll20 doesn't have the rights to that one. As stupid as that sounds.
Oh, that is dumb.
Yeah, because because it's just in Sword Coast Adventurers Guide, and they never bothered to buy the rights to Sword Coast Adventurers Guide, so they didn't get the like handful of spells that were in that guide. Yeah, it's like the dumbest thing ever. But it's a great spell. So Booming Blade. Okay, so it gives you 2 more.
Let me go back to my thing that I had. Sorry for taking so long. I will get there eventually.
It's okay. I'm leveling up my character at the same time.
I think
I need a level more too.
I think D&D Beyond says I only have 4, including Light and Sacred Flame.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then yeah, that finishes that up. So level 1 spells. What did you select for your level 1 spell?
I think Cure Wounds and Mage Armor.
Okay. Cure Wounds. Mage Armor or Armor of Agathis?
Mage Armor.
Okay. I'm not seeing
Actually,
that.
no. I'm gonna take No, I'm not taking Mage Armor. Sorry.
Okay.
That's for next level.
Okay.
Cure Wounds and Hex is what it was.
Okay, Hex. Good choice. All right. And then I'll hit next and apply the changes. And you are good to go now.
Okay.
All right.
I need to figure out a cantrip now.
Yeah, so you wake Afra, and because you kind of had the coin dropped in your lap sort of thing, you kind of took a look at it, but the injury to your knee was just too painful, so you decided to try to sleep it off. And you did. When you woke, it is like the injury was never there, and you also feel connected to something much larger and more powerful than yourself. You kind of touch the wound or where the wound was, and there is light kind of emanating from your fingertips as you touch the wound.
Afra's super freaked out.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm glowing. Guys.
Neat.
Yeah, looking over, she has like ET fingers going on right now, where they're all kind of like little LED lights.
I'm gonna be like, ew, radiant magic. I'm supposed to be evil.
Which would have completely trivialized the zombies, by the way. So good timing on that one. Yeah. So that's going on. So you're basically trying to process these new abilities, but there's sort of like just an innate understanding of them. Like you're welcome to RP it out however you want. Like if you want to have like awkward X-Man transition where you're like, oh, I can do this. Like, that is totally cool. But you can also just with this radiation essentially from the coin, you could basically have an understanding of the powers that it is currently letting you access. Similar to like attuning to a magic item.
I am going to get the coin out and I'm going to study it and sit there deep in thought.
Do you speak Celestial or read Celestial?
Actually, no. I don't think I do. Seems silly of me.
Well, it's
Though
a lot of languages.
You know what? I should get another background, which it looks like I did not claim for some reason. Celestial for that one.
Okay. Yeah, the name that is inscribed in the celestial runes is Uriel or Uriel. It's that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that would be probably a knowledge religion would tell you more about that. But basically, the coin, now that you've gotten some sleep and you're kind of looking at it a little bit more closely, it probably dates back and has its origins in the Netherese Empire, which was the super magic users with their floating continents and Magiocratic society and all that jazz that lived a hell of a long time ago.
Okay.
All right. So, does anyone have anything they want to do as far as leveling up goes? The storm has broken. You guys have gotten your long rest. The sun rises. It rises in the east, and the cave is facing the west. So you guys, the cave isn't like really well lit or anything at this point. The weather today is going to be, let's see, clear. It's going to be a low of 53, a high of 70, a gentle eastern breeze. It's about as beautiful a day as you could possibly hope for. Yeah. So with that in mind, what do you guys want to do?
It was 7 points away.
So last time while me and Afro were on watch, we didn't see anything out there.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me another perception check just to see if you notice anything.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh my. So Garuda, with your exceptional perception and your sharpshooter ability, you don't see a lantern, but you could have sworn at one point that you saw the silhouette of a ship out in the rocks of the Kraken's Teeth. They never signaled you, and you only saw it for the briefest instance. But you did see drifting in between the stones of the Kraken's Teeth. You swear that you saw the silhouette of a ship, single mast, maybe 100 feet long, maybe 20 feet across.
Yeah, but no signal.
But
yes,
no signal.
I would have told Afro about it, and then
Yeah.
No signal gives a fuck. No. While I was on watch, I would have just worked on making another gun.
Yeah, you couldn't discern any colors or anything like that. You couldn't discern like who was on the ship, if it was a spooky ghost ship or a regular ship. You just saw the silhouette of a ship. Because you guys are pretty far outside of a full moon, and you don't have night vision that goes that far, even with like the goggles on. So you really were just kind of relying on your natural hawk-like eyes to see.
Okay. So,
And when I say that, like it's a ways off, like it is a ways off from your current location. Like it's one of those things that like you could see the only light in the darkness type situation. As far as like the lantern signaling, it is not like just a stone's throw away. It is quite a distance to these rocks. So you just saw again the faintest hint of like a ship kind of passing between two rocks.
okay.
All right. So, equipped with all this information, level 4, what do you guys want to do with your day?
Alvis wants to go in the house.
Jenna wants to continuously remind everyone that there's no reason to go inside the house and that we can just sit here and do what we came here to do.
Gerda will back her up completely. Not one reason at all.
All right. So we got 2 votes for staying down here and just waiting for a signal. We got 1 vote for exploring the house. Does anyone else want to weigh in on this?
So someone knows zombies, I would think. Be a concern.
Well, the zombies were just kind of left in the hallway to stink it up. So, did you guys want to dispose of those bodies today, or?
Would it be bad for Willie to eat them? Because Willie
Probably
hasn't.
yes.
Oh, well, I'm just saying. I'm gonna show
It's rotten meat for sure. Yeah, and he's a pretty sturdy guy, but I'm sure he'd love to eat them. But it probably wouldn't be good for him. You do recall there were some weird worms in there and stuff?
I mean, somebody raised them, so
That's what I was thinking.
yeah, it's like, we could just sit here for the day,
Okay.
but
we don't want to leave that person at our backs if they might send something else down to try and kill us, or there could be stuff in that room.
It's true.
The gold.
I mean, just saying, has anyone heard from Pietro since he's been guarding the door last night?
Swish has been messaging you, Pietro, to let you know, did you see anything? People are awake. That sort of stuff. Pietro, during the night while you were on watch, go ahead and give me a perception check as you kind of. Did you sleep with your back to the door or next to the door? Across from the
down
door?
at the bottom of the steps, just sort of with my back to the wall, but kind of like I could watch anything coming down the steps and anything that might be coming up from the caves.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, go ahead and give me, to represent your watch for the night, give me a perception check. Ooh, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Yeah, so during the night, and you're not sure if you maybe nodded off at this point or what, but you could have sworn you heard a man's voice coming from the top of the stairs and the other side of the door. And it basically just sounded like just some faint muttering almost. And it was just, it's in total disrepair. Total disrepair. This won't do at all. Vagrants, vandals, they have to deal with this all the time. And that is the only thing you heard. But it's pretty noteworthy, I guess. I don't know.
this would. I'll wait till that's done.
Yeah. So you pass that information along to Swish?
With something like that, I'm fairly certain there's somebody up there in the house. I'm going to come back down to the group and share with them what I heard.
Okay. Now, these people are in a cocoon of leveling up, so it's very hard to to rouse them from the process. When adventurers are promised to level up with a long rest, you could set them on fire, and they'll be like, "Does that interrupt my long rest?" Yeah, but you do let them know about the phenomenon that you heard. And Birdo, Wally stays behind to watch just in case. Okay.
Oh, these zombies! We got to do something about these bodies.
Yeah, there's so many. Like picking your way through, and the smell, and like the worms. Ugh, it's so gross.
So while we're just waiting, I'm gonna continue to build a second pistol.
Okay, so you kind of lay out your tools far away from the water,
Yep.
and yeah, you start working on another pistol. Gotcha.
First thing in the morning, Alvis kind of walks out shallows of the water,
Yeah.
and anyone who happens to be in view just because he legit can't get privacy in this tiny little area.
Mhm.
Would see his morning ritual is he takes out his silk rope, kind of loops it a bit, and then he uses it as a lash and whips himself in the back for
Mm.
about 5 minutes or so, just to the point where like he's broken the skin on his shoulder blades, but without causing like serious harm to himself, and then just casually like rolls the rope back into his pack and
Again,
Jenna cheers him on and edges him on to go hard.
yeah, there is a tremendous collection of scars back there. Um, two very large scars, and then sort of just a spider's web of smaller scars that surround the two larger scars.
Yeah. It's actually one thing I should have mentioned too when originally describing the character is that um, physically he looks very strong, like he's got a very muscular body, but it's like anyone who's watched him, it like he labors at like the most basic tasks. Like his actual strength does not reflect what his physique looks like.
Jenna, can you give me an investigation check?
Sure. 15.
So is that like somewhere sexting or?
uh, it's to never forget.
Ah, so it was. Gotcha.
Elvis, where are you from?
Just try to get him in.
I I don't even what the heck would I have named the peak? I am from Alders Peak, which if anyone has geography, what would be geography, Crash?
It's rolled up
History?
into history or navigation tools,
All right.
or cartography. All three of those could cover that kind of stuff.
So sort of in short, it's like a small isle to the west of the northwest of the Sword Coast, where essentially there's no port there. It's like a mountain rising out of the sea, so it's really not something where anyone can safely go. Um, yeah, but that's where he says he's from, Alders Peak.
Mm.
Jenna walks up to you and she bitch slaps you for 1 point of damage and tells you to take better care of yourself. And then she just goes back to minding what she's doing.
Mm.
Yeah. ah, interesting. So he kind of like rubs his jaw and he'll let it go. He'll kind of shrug that off.
Yeah, it's definitely the same elemental damage as whipping yourself with a rope. It's definitely the kind of the same wheelhouse as far as yeah.
As far as pain goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Weird
What's
sex
the plan,
things.
folks? You have evidence. You have time. But you do have a mission. So
I mean, with
yeah,
what Pietro heard,
yeah.
I mean, it sounds like whatever this voice was aware we were here and felt it had to deal with us. So Alvis is now pretty insistent that we go up in there and not wait for it to take action against us first.
Yes, if they have returned, I think it's best that we silence them quickly.
Wait, pause. How did you guys get that? It sounded like to me that someone was trying to sell the house or get rid of the house or coming to check on it, the house in general, and was assessing the damage that the house has taken. Not that they were looking for it specifically.
Well, it sounded. I may have misheard. I thought he said something about like dealing with vagrants and like intruders, which I
Yeah.
assumed was us.
I thought he said baggage intruders come around and messing things up and kind of this. But I may be completely wrong.
Who's the most persuasive in the group?
I think it's
Oh,
Afra.
Yeah,
Afra and Jen are both pretty persuasive people.
the +7.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's a good point. Saying that it could be, the Scarlet Brotherhood that was here before that we just killed, but it could be a necromancer that we just effed up the zombies, and he's not too pleased about that. Do we want to kind of hedge our bets and see if maybe and talk to the guy? Everyone sort of is ready to attack if it turns sour, or do we want to go in force and try and suss it out?
Or talk. I want to attack. I do not want to talk. That is what I said.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, attack.
I'm down for whatever. It's just like that is a good point that it could be it's not us that are the vagrants and vandals. It could be the
But somebody raised that guy.
Trust me, no one's trying to sell this house. Garuda, I love you and you're damn good at what you do, but leave the thinking to us, okay?
okay, we'll go kill him.
I believe it's definitely a member of the Scarlet Brotherhood. We should move again. While leaving some to keep a lookout. Though if the ship's not supposed to come until after dark and it's 8 a.m., I believe we have all the time in the world.
All right. If that's the case, I guess manipulate your miniatures, or I could just teleport you over to the stairs.
I'll have
Who's
Wally or Willie stay behind.
so? Yeah, Swish says he bravely volunteers. I'll stay here with the dinosaur and the boat. There's no, it'd be a shame if either of them went missing. And this very special bird, sir, I'll keep an eye on your lady bird friend.
Are we talking about Arabeth?
Yeah.
Oh, Arabeth, I threw it in the chat earlier. I put her in her extra dimensional space
Oh, okay.
because we were like in a cave house thing. So it's like
Sure.
yeah, she's safely snugged.
Okay. So you guys wait by the door. You gonna open it there, Pietro?
Yeah.
Okay. It slides into the wall. Beyond, you see a basement that has been decimated by fire damage. There used to be beds. There used to be like a bookshelf, barrels, a table. They have all been badly burned and destroyed. There are two animated skeletons that are trying their best to clean up the place. You see that there are some wooden stairs that lead up, but they have also, my bad, been burnt and destroyed as well. On the far wall, on the northern wall, I guess it wouldn't be the northern wall on this map, the eastern wall, the top of your computer screen. There we go. I knew I'd get there eventually. You see a symbol painted there in blood, old, dried, blackened blood. It looks like this.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, isn't it like Umbridge?
All right, these skeletons turn and they look at you, and they have like weapons, sort of strapped to their hip bones, as it were. But they are more concerned right now, apparently, with sweeping and cleaning. So both of them kind of turn and they look at you, and then they go back to sweeping and cleaning.
I pull up my crossbow and I shoot the one closest to me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll some initiative. You definitely get these the first shot before combat starts.
God, I hate
So
when
I
that does
can't
that.
see myself.
You can't see yourself?
I cannot see myself. I just have a black screen.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Oh
there
wait,
weird.
it is.
there I am. Never mind.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. All right. Everyone's rolled into initiative. Pietro, before we get started, go ahead and take your shot. Yeah, 15 is going to hit. The skeleton has just the barest scraps of armor, and you take the shot, and it hits for 7 points of damage. Yeah, it is bloodied. Its bones rattle, and it kind of just starts rattling and shaking its bones, which causes the other one to do the same. All right, Wally, you're up.
Wally just goes and lands on Jenna's head and dodges.
Okay. Skeleton's turn. The skeleton over here drops its broom and runs away. All right, Pietro, your turn.
Oh, he just he just noped out of there.
Did you miss Elvis?
I don't know. I went through initiative. Let's see. Oh, Alvis is a 20. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Alvis. Sorry, you're up. Yeah, I guess I did. So Alvis, what are you gonna do?
He'll just move here, and then because I can then see a thing, I'll toss. I'll actually do a chill touch on it.
Oh, okay. That also a Constitution save?
That one is. I just got it, so it is. I think
Ranged
an attack roll.
Okay.
Rank spell attack roll on a hit, necromancer. There's something special if it's undead. That's
I think
if
you
I hit.
heal it if it's undead, right?
Nope, they get disadvantage on their next attack if they're undead.
Okay.
So this will be the disadvantage because it's an attack roll.
All right, go ahead and make the attack roll. A 22 is definitely a hit. 6 damage plus the damage it has already taken. It dies. Yeah, the where the hand touches it, the spectral hand, all of the bones sort of decay and turn to dust. And without that sort of central rib cage to hold it together, it just crumples into a pile of bones. And as when you notice that there are other piles of bones around the room. All right. Now, Pietro, you're up.
Because that one guy noped out of there.
Yeah.
He might be running off to alert whomever the master is. So I'm still wielding my crossbow for that hopeful, long range shot. I'm going to, I guess, dash after him to catch up.
Okay.
That would be what.
Dash would just be your move speed again.
Okay.
So it'd be 30. I'm assuming your speed is 30, and then like another 30. All right, Garuda, you're up, followed by Afra and Jenna.
So I'm guessing Pietro's going to is like running forward, correct?
Like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna move right here and pull my pistol ready to action just in case another skeleton shows up or something.
Okay. That brings us to Afra, then Jenna.
Right. I am.
We need to switch over.
Yeah, I do need to switch over, don't I? I am going to Because I the cutting action, can I like dash and then bonus action dash?
Absolutely. Yep.
So that's 90 feet.
Mhm.
Here.
All right, Jenna, Afra is dashing past, racing through the burnt uh, remains of the beds that were here. What are you gonna do?
Jenna's just gonna move in to get a look.
Yeah, you do see that there is sort of a square hole in the ceiling where the trapdoor used to be. It has burnt away, and you can see bits of sunlight kind of shining down from up top.
Alright, she is going to cast minor illusion, and she's just gonna put an illusionary trapdoor.
Okay, you're gonna throw up an illusionary trapdoor. Gotcha.
And that's her turn.
Okay, Wally, and then Alvis.
Okay. Elvis will step into the room. It's about half my there. Not really seeing anything. Like Pietro's attention is like this way right now.
Yeah.
He seems to be heading towards the right-hand side of the map.
All right. Not exactly sure like what we're chasing, but I will. I will, I guess, try to keep pace with Pietro, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. Afra, you hear sort of the sliding of something heavy along a track. And then you hear the sliding of something heavy along the track again, and then you hear as if something is moved into place.
Oh, okay.
All right, Pietro, you're up. After you look into this room, by the way, it does seem to be some sort of a bedroom. The bed and the desk and the wardrobe are damaged with fire, but they have not been completely consumed and destroyed like the beds and the table were. It seems like a lot of it's just superficial smoke damage.
Okay. Did run through the door that Afra's in front of, or the one that's behind her to her
Well,
right?
the doorway that was behind her, it looks like at one time there was like a barricade of some sorts that was set up there, blocking the doorway. It has been destroyed. Some fire damage, some smashy damage. There is a room beyond that doorway that looks to be about 15 feet deep. You're not sure how wide.
Okay.
And the room that Afra saw is the one that is top of her computer screen from where she is.
Okay. But since I'm trying to chase down that skeleton,
Yeah.
is it the room that was in front of Afra, or do I not know?
Oh, yeah. You're pretty sure it went into like Afra would see it if it was in the room that she's
Okay.
looking into.
All right. In that case, I'm going to move into that room, ready my crossbow, and look for that skeleton.
All right. Yeah, you move into the room. It is 30 feet long and 15 feet deep. It's got a kind of low ceiling like the rest of the basement of about 8 feet or so. You don't see the skeleton anywhere.
I was getting to that. Can I do a perception check to see if I
Yeah. Go ahead
see
and
a
give me a
door
perception.
or disturbed dust or something? Let's see.
Absolutely.
Anyone else creeped out by the disappearing skeleton? Because I'm creeped out. I heard like ominous music when.
Kill it.
All right. What are we looking at for that check? Oh, yeah, 22. You could see that ever so slightly you see the moving wisps of cobwebs over here as if something has just passed through. Which makes you think that there might be a secret door.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna shout to everybody, "Hey, I think the skeleton went through here."
All right. Garuda, you're up.
Yep, I'm just gonna fly for a little bit. Ready my action, just in case another skeleton shows up with my pistol. Then I'm good.
Okay. Afra, you're up.
Let's. I am also going to move into this room.
All right. You push past beefy, handsome Pietro.
Yep. And
He kind of do you motion towards the corner there, Pietro?
I'm gonna. Is the secret door open?
It is not. It has been closed.
Well, I'm gonna move up to the secret door and I'm gonna see if there's a way to unlock it.
Certainly. Perception or investigation, your choice. Yeah. It's seems to be another slide to the side design, like the one that led down to the sea caves.
Okay. I'm gonna just kind of step back and let somebody else open it.
All right.
That's where it is, and that's how you do it.
Okay, Jenna, you're up.
Jenna's gonna walk up to the skeleton pile and
Kind of check it out, see what it's got.
yeah, see if possible animation will be at work, or if
Yeah,
it's just
it appears that this pile here is two more skeletons, and then kind of glancing through all three skeletons, you see "quote unquote" worthless scraps of armor. You see old rusty weapons. Like if it was an MMO, this would be like the trashiest of trash loot that these guys have. One thing is interesting. Each of the three skeletons has one golden rib.
Eat the ribs.
Can I do an Arcana check to determine why there would be a golden rib in us?
Certainly. Yeah, you can make a. Uh, I mean, that doesn't seem to be magical. So maybe aesthetic. Maybe it's a maker's mark. Could be a part. Could be a part of the process of animating. You're not exactly sure.
Can I use my item interact to pick up one of the golden?
Sure. Yeah. You kind of break it loose from the rest.
Okay.
It's easy from this one because most of its rib cage was just disintegrated by the chill touch.
Does it look valuable?
I mean, it's gold. Gold's valuable.
Struck gold. Yeah, and I think that's enough from her. She's gonna start picking up ribs.
All right, Wally, you just gonna hang out with your mistress?
He dodging.
All right, Alvis, you're up.
All right. So Pietro didn't take a shot or anything, so I'm
No, he also called back, right? That did you to everybody that they're not there?
So at that point, I'm kind of curious. 'Cause like where I stopped, I can see that there's like that's just a regular doorway?
That
That's a
is
little.
a fireplace, but the back of the fireplace has a passage to another area.
Oh yeah,
Into
Okay,
unpleasant. Don't go.
so Alvis, this being new to him, he's just gonna be like, "Oi, there's a hole in the back of this here fireplace," and he's gonna kind of step up to try and take a look through the.
This way.
Yeah, as you poke your head down and look through the opening, it is large enough to fit a medium creature, not comfortably, of course, but it has sort of a crawl space feel to it when you pass through. But looking into the room, it seems to be a 25-foot by, I don't know, 80 or sorry, 45 foot. Yeah, so 25 by 45 foot um, wine cellar, badly stained with smoke and soot. There is a rickety pair of stairs that leads up top, and there is just dried gore all over the floor in here.
Ooh, are the stairs? Do they look like are they burnt to the point where I'm not gonna try and
No,
put weight on them, or?
this room was spared from most of the fire damage. It's just it's all soot and stuff like that.
Okay, I'll use the last of my move to kind of step out here. I'll just call out. Uh,
There you
there's
go.
a intact staircase over this way, and then I guess as my action, I'll head back over just behind Garuda and kind of see
Alright.
what everyone else wants to do.
Petro, she has pointed out the door that you initially spotted and explains that it is a lift slide situation.
All right. I will put my crossbow. I will ready one of my rapiers, and I can get through that door. Yeah, I'm gonna get it open and step through.
Okay. Interesting stuff. As you go up and attempt to open this door, you kind of give it a little lift, and there is sort of a click, and then you go and you start. Oh, geez. Okay. You start pulling it open, and as you do, you reveal a room beyond. At which point, you are targeted by a spell and by a attack, because they were readying actions. So,
Okay.
as you open the door, bow shot at you. 21 for 8 is a hit. Okay. And then you are blasted, well, maybe, we'll see, with some acid. So let's see how that goes. You need to make a dexterity saving throw. Oh, very good. All right, so there's an explosion of acid right sort of above your head in the doorway. It goes everywhere, but you are able to avoid it. Afra, you
job,
notice that
dude.
if you had been closer to him, you may have been targeted as well. And you see um, in the room, it is some sort of alchemical laboratory. Same dimensions as the room you were previously in. This room, however, is lined with all manner of broken, cluttered glass and earthenware, alchemy kits and supplies, jars of powder and liquid, scales for measuring ingredients. It has that feeling like in Skyrim when you're like, oh, this is an alchemist place. I got it. There's just, crap everywhere for that. The table beyond the bony figure dressed like a black wizrobe has all sorts of gleaming golden objects on it. So, the creature that you see besides this adorable skeleton is another skeleton. He is dressed like a wizard, and he has a lovely beard made of ectoplasm. And he's stroking his beard thoughtfully as he looks at you, and you can see that his hands are dripping with acid.
Anyone else?
And he cries out in that same voice you heard before in the middle of the night. More of them! It never stops! It never stops! All I want to do is work, and it never stops. All right. So, Pietro, what else are you gonna do?
Can I take a pot shot at the Skella Wizard with my crossbow?
Yeah. Now, yeah, 21 definitely a hit. Let me see if he could shield that. Hold on. No, well, hold on. Mage armor plus shield. No, it would still hit. 21 would still hit. Yeah, so he takes 5 points of damage. He kind of like lets out a sort of a as the arrow kind of goes through his robes into his ribs, and he just looks down and he looks at you. Is that how it's gonna be then?
I mean, he did shoot acid at Pietro.
It's called home defense. And I mean, if the police were here, they would be like, "Well, what's a half orc doing in a nice upscale neighborhood like this?" So,
Hey, that's profiling right there.
yeah,
That's
I'm just saying. Garuda, you are up. Unless Pietro had anything else you want to do. I think that was a move and an action and an item interaction. Did you have anything else you want to do?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yep, so I'm just gonna fly.
Unless I can ready my swords.
Use your item interaction to do your to open the door. So you're currently gonna have the crossbow equipped.
All right.
I was taking my action ready.
Okay. Afro, you're up.
Right. Let me go back to my screen. And just kind of move like right here.
All right. Yeah, you move into the room and you see this handsome fella.
Like.
And this lovely lady.
Matt, hang on.
No, it's the skeletons in the.
No, David's map looks different than my map, which is weird.
Well, you mess with the settings.
I did not. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna sacred flame the wizard skeleton.
Oh, damn. All right, it's got to make a dexterity saving throw. He does. You go to cast Sacred Flame, and he just sort of steps to the side. It blows up a tiny little laser nuke where he was standing, and he looks down at it, and he looks at you, and you see his hands being crackling with energy.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna like move right back out of that room.
Okay. Alrighty, Jenna, you're up. Even though you're a mile away, your wizrobe senses begin tingling. There is another Highlander, wizard, in the area.
Love the reference.
Jenna dashes over.
Okay.
Go damage his book.
Hello?
It's like that meme where it's like, come over, my parents aren't home, and you're like, eh. And then they're like, I've got spell books. And then like Jenna's like racing down the middle of the street in the middle of a hurricane. Yeah. So top of the round. There we go. Top of the round is Wally. What you gonna do, Wally? Just chilling, and then Alvis, you're on deck after that. Hey, you can't dig through the floor, kid. Look, your baby's still there.
Jenna, you gotta do anything with Wally?
No, Wally's just
Okay.
dodging.
Okay.
All
Oh,
right,
wait,
Alvis.
no.
No, he's not. Okay.
Oh, I lost his token. He's
Hey.
He's way back there.
So I can
Jenna's
get
gonna command Wally. Go get the book.
The book that you're pretty sure is there, but you don't know for sure. Okay. All right,
Dodging, of course.
Alvis, you're up.
Alvis is gonna dash till he gets behind Pietro. I just see a skeleton. I don't know what the big fuss is about.
Mm-hmm.
That's my turn with the dash.
All right. Okay. Bonita's gonna go. She is going to take a shot with her short bow. Here we go. Anyone trained in medicine knows that Bonita is a lady because it has slightly different bone structure. Bonita takes a shot. 17. Pedro. Or sorry, Pedro. I'm so sorry. Pietro. For 8 points of damage.
All right.
Yeah, that actually does hit because you don't have your rapiers out.
Well, no, I'm aware of that. Plus my
Okay.
So
All right,
it's-
and then she's gonna scuttle back a little bit to maybe there. Okay. Skeleton guy is gonna step back here. The acid dripping from his hands will suddenly turn into flames, and you see a tiny Pietro. You see a tiny red seed of
Son of
heat,
a bitch.
come traveling towards you.
tiny red. What? Oh,
Holy fuck!
I think he's still going to catch Bonita, though. I don't think she got far enough back. Sucks for you, Bonita.
Motherfucker.
So I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws.
You know, it's like right before the seed exploded, Alvis remembered seeing this in his dreams, and I'm using my 19 to make that my save.
Okay.
Are
So
you
that part
fucking
roll
me?
is done.
Oh.
All right, Bonita. I think it's over for you, girl. You didn't get far. You didn't get it far enough away. Nope. Yeah. All right. Garuda with an 8, you fail. Pietro with 13 actually passes. Afra passes. Pass. Okay. So 8d6 points of fire damage.
Holy crap.
No, it's a wimpy one. Look at that. 3 1s. Oh my god. So 20 points of damage, 10 if you made the save.
Correct me if I'm wrong too, but unless I missed it when we were leveling, Afra didn't give her speech this morning, did she?
Did not.
She did not. No.
Well, the thing about temporary hit points is they don't ever go away until they
After
replace or
a long rest.
They go after a long rest.
Oh, after
Yeah,
a long
Yeah,
rest?
they do.
Okay, never
Yeah.
mind. I
They
stand
last.
corrected.
Yeah, they
yeah, but
last
I
for a
wasn't
short
resting.
rest.
I was standing guard.
So you stayed up all night then. So you actually would have to make a Constitution save against exhaustion.
We can
No,
say that you just don't.
Jenna did not do that. I was just wrong in my
Okay.
knowledge. I was corrected. And
That's all good. Yeah, so this guy is cornered, and he cries out, "Oh, Bonita, you were supposed to get out of the way, you idiot!" All right, Pietro, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm motherfucker. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna shoot with my crossbow again,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna step out of that room afterwards.
Oh, 16. He will use his reaction to shield spell.
Then I'm gonna I gotta step back and get out of there.
All right. As you start to leave, he calls out. He says,
Look, we don't have to make this messy. Just leave. Just go away. I don't want to be disturbed.
for that, you sack of crap.
And he says that, and then
Garuda, you're up.
he says that, and now he has an angry fucking bird walking in here. Say you want to fucking talk, do you let loose a goddamn fucking fireball?
It's home defense.
This is not Gorilla, it's fucking piss. You know, I'm gonna use a grit shot to give myself
Okay.
advantage on my next shot.
Do you know how many people have been breaking
Sharpshooter
into
round.
my house?
Bitch.
Ooh, yeah, that does not hit. He's
Uh,
currently shielded, so
I was wrong anyway. Luckily, I do pull out an ASP and shoot him with that too, as a
okay.
bonus action. It should be, and that's going to be a sharpshooter, but it doesn't get advantage. Yes.
Yeah, all right. So you see this shimmering wall of force that's protecting him. It kind of shimmers between like blue and green and turquoise, and both bullets just kind of against the shield.
Then I action surge and go for one more
Okay.
shot. Sharpshooter.
Excellent. All right. Oh, 20 is pretty close. It's pretty close. Actually, I think that does it. Yeah. All right. So you kind of blast through the shield.
Oh, I get it? Dope. Then I'm getting the fuck out of there. And I tell Jenna, yeah, there's a goddamn skeleton person in there.
Alrighty. That brings us to Afra.
Okay.
You need
I
to switch.
am going to Garuda because I imagine he's hurting.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna spend 2d6.
Okay.
Light him. You gain
Yeah.
8 HP, Garuda.
It feels right and just to deliver this healing upon your allies. You feel like heroes never die. For some reason.
I appreciate that.
And then blame him because he doesn't benefit from cover from where I am.
You feel a sense of purpose and rightness that the being in the other room is evil and needs to be put down. There is a part of you, almost in your own voice, that says, "Don't be swayed by its lies."
Ooh.
All right.
Wait, did that hit?
Oh, the sacred flame. Let's find out. Kind of snuck that one past me. Here we go. No, he takes the damage.
Hey.
All right. Alvis, what are you gonna do? Oh, sorry, Jenna. Sorry, my brain got reset by the saving throw. So Jenna, what are you gonna do? You gonna rush into the room?
Jenna
Okay.
rushes into the room, and then she looks at the skeleton.
There's nerd
Yeah.
stuff everywhere.
She casts a spell.
Okay, I would assume so. All
Too
right,
far away from
suggestion. All right, what are you gonna do? What's the suggestion?
I'm gonna tell it to treat me as a close ally and reveal your secrets.
Okay, it's gotta make a wisdom saving throw.
I mean, to be fair, we saw just how he treated his close allies.
DC
and-
14.
Oof.
Makes
All right.
it.
It
Alright.
says,
No, never. But I will let you leave with your life. Just go.
I can't just go. But I also can't move.
all right. You see a big smile across his face. Well, you can't. I mean, he's always smiling. He's a skeleton. And he says, "Excellent news." All right. On his turn.
Whoa.
What? Oh, I keep skipping everybody. My bad. I'm like, Alvis, you're up.
Alvis is going to. I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis myself, and I'm
Okay.
going to do it as I'm going to up it as a level 2 spell.
Sure.
So boom.
Yep.
So that'll take care of the hit points I lost.
Okay.
And then he's just gonna kind of like, he's gonna be like, we're sorry. Yeah, no, we're leaving. Just no more of the fire, please. And I will, if Jenna will allow me, I will grab her and I will pull her out. Just out of sight of the room. Like I'm literally just gonna move diagonal here and put her here if she'll allow me.
Force moving an ally is an action, unfortunately.
Oh, it is an action. Oh, I
It's an
can't
action to force move an ally. Yeah, because it's so powerful in 5th edition that they basically just treat it as a grapple that somebody willingly fails. But being able to pull people out of harm's way and without provoking opportunity attacks, blah blah blah.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Well, obviously looking after himself first, so I'm gonna still cast the spell. But I'll still say that no, we're gonna leave. Don't throw the fire, please. We're done here, and I'll back up to here then. And since I'm not spending half my move on Jenna, but hopefully he doesn't throw fire at you guys.
Yeah, I just realized I didn't move far enough back.
That's my turn.
That's your turn. Okay. So the bony guy is going to look over at you, Jenna, and he is going to say,
maybe you need to rethink your actions, young lady.
Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm sorry, what was this?
Wisdom saving throw. All right. He had tried to charm person you, but much as he resisted you, you resisted him. And he kind of looks left and right like, this isn't going very well.
Jenna, when he fails to do that, Jenna looks back at the party and is like, give me one more round with him. Let me break him. And then they're free to do what they want.
I'm not fucking leaving this dude. This dude's dead.
All right, I'm gonna do a precision attack.
Okay.
My superiority die.
Okay. I don't think you have to commit to that until after the attack roll, which is really nice. So
okay. No, I don't have to, well, that is my intent. Let me just explain.
Okay.
So I'm going to can shoot at him again with my crossbow.
Uh-huh.
What we do there? Nope.
Yes, 7 does not do it. Do you want to waste the die? I don't know if it would help you or not. Like it would have to be a pretty good dice roll to match.
Well, he shouldn't still be shielded.
No, he's not currently shielded, but I mean,
it is a reaction.
Yeah, it would burn his reaction to use it.
In that case, I shot, missed, and I'm ducking around the corner again.
Okay. Garuda, you're up.
I'm moving in there again.
Okay.
I'm still upset.
Garuda, I can handle this. You needn't kill him yet.
Can I just lower his health a little bit more for you?
But if you kill him, all his secrets will be.
Don't you still get the book if I kill him?
It's not about the book. Think about how old
are
this
you
house.
are you also a wizrobe? I could take you on as my apprentice.
Perhaps we could talk.
But Jenna, he threw a fireball at me.
He
was defending his house.
Absolutely, home defense. Home defense. Look, listen. listen. It's been a very stressful couple of weeks. Why don't we all just calm it down and we can talk it out?
I will sulk back out of the room and let Jenna handle it.
All right. Afra, what are you going to do?
I mean, I'm assuming I kind of feel compelled to sacred flame this guy, but also I'm gonna just heal.
You have free will. You are your own person.
Roll
All right.
that.
You going to drop some delicious D6s on people?
Well, I'm trying to cast Cure Wounds, but I can't for some reason. I'm not 100% sure why.
Can you just roll the dice and
Oh, here we go. It wants me to know what level
Yeah.
because I only have
All right.
one.
Who'd you cast it on? Yourself?
No, David. Pietro.
Oh, Pietro. Okay, Pietro, you restore 8 health. And as the healing magic kind of washes over you, you feel resolute and just. Okay, Jenna, you're up. This will be the last action for the session. So what do you got for me?
It's just gonna be a repeat.
Okay.
Treat me as your closest ally and yield to me all your secrets.
Listen, I make my own decisions, young lady.
Yes.
So I'm going to treat you as my ally. And I'm going to tell you all my secrets. Get on over here. I have a lot of important news to tell you.
Well
So
done.
I'm working on this thing called the Philosopher's Stone. It's pretty cutting edge shit. Excuse my language when I get so excited about it. You see, I'm mastering the magic that will turn anything into gold.
And Jenna, obviously this guy's been down here a long time because like forge clerics can literally do this whenever they want, and like every transmuter knows how to do this. So he might not have gotten the memo that like most of the world already knows how to turn anything into gold, and it's not that cool. But he apparently thinks he's working on some cutting edge shit down here.
Oh wow, that's very interesting.
Oh,
Very,
it is. It is. Yeah. So I even made my own Philosopher's Stone.
And he reaches into his robes and he pulls out a pretty juicy looking rock.
Oh, that looks nice. What's that do?
that is a good question.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah, see? And it kind of pulses with magic. It's maybe the size of a baseball. And he tucks it back into his shirt and he says,
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Almost as sweet as this.
and he puts both his hands down by his crotch area and he kind of shows you his fanny pack.
Oh, that's a nice pack. What's it?
You see this thing?
And he moves the zipper back and forth.
Pretty cool. I learned how to make this from a buddy of mine from Lantan. His bones are around here somewhere.
How long have you lived in this house?
Oh, I don't know. For a long time. I'm very dedicated to my work. Some people said that I died, but obviously that's not the case because I'm talking to you. And look at how much progress I've made.
And he shows you like the sad gold objects on his desk. And yeah, there's a there's a human skull. There's a candlestick that is made out of gold. There is an apple. There are 5 small discs that look like balance weights, and there is a rose. They are all made of gold. And he's like,
Yeah, that right there. That represents my life's work. That and this stone.
and he reaches back into his robes and he happily shows it to you.
Can I see this? Can I see the stone?
Oh, you certainly can, but it's attuned to me.
All right.
Understand?
He hands you the stone.
Can I like
It is warm
inspect
to the
it?
touch.
Can I discern its
It's
capabilities
obviously
and prop?
magical, but without an identify spell, you would not know exactly what it does.
Elvis, come here.
I mean, if Alvis steps into that room, he's totally. you
You needn't harm. You needn't harm him. He's our. I have him. I have him under my.
But you're a
My
wizrobe, so maybe we could trade spells.
And he pulls out the thinnest, saddest spell book you've ever seen.
Clearly, are you the one that animated those skeletons?
Oh, sort of. My grandfather's ghost haunts this house. He was a powerful necromancer, but he does me a solid once in a while.
Are his secrets in this house as well?
Beats me. I've been too busy trying to figure out how to make things into gold. That's
Maybe-
way more important than animating the dead.
Seems he animated you. Do you have any of his books?
Oh no, I sold that stuff to fund my research. That was like one that was bound in human flesh, and it had like a living eyeball on it, and there's a bunch of 9th level spells. I was never gonna learn those anyway, so I just got rid of all that shit.
Yeah, why would you need 9th level spells when you can
Yeah.
turn candles into.
Exactly. And I needed a lot of gold to figure out how to make gold. So I took his staff of the Archmagi and definitely hawked that shit.
Ah,
Yeah. Oh gosh, Grampy,
Ooh.
he must have had 24 spell books. Some of them from earlier editions of the game.
and who did you sell all these?
Oh, I had servants take care of that. They brought me back lots of money for it too. I made about 10 gold per spell book.
Can I see your spell book?
Well, I don't like to brag.
I feel like
but
Jenna
certainly.
is just.
It's like maybe the size of like a composition notebook that has most of the pages torn out. And
Jenna's
most of the book is just pictures of him in life, and he just looks like the nerdiest, like classic nerd white boy wizard ever. He's got like Coke bottle glasses taped together, suspenders, the whole deal, and it just shows him basically in like Harry Potter-esque adventures, with lots of like Hermione Granger-esque looking people fawning over how wealthy he is because he's able to turn everything into gold. Scattered throughout the fan fiction of his life are 4 whole spells.
Let's see, Fireball, Charm Person,
Shield.
There is
Shield.
one that might be good. There is Tensor's Floating Disc. Yeah, Tensor's Floating Disc, Shield, Charm Person, and Fireball.
You have any materials to graft spells into your like magical inks and whatnot?
Oh no, that stuff. No, I ran out of that. It took about 15 or 16 tries for me to get Fireball into this spell book.
And you can see like lots of like crossed out areas that he's drawn doodles over. Yeah.
Like trying to make it look not like it was a mistake.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it out there. Fireball was a tough one. That was a tough one. Nothing could beat my indomitable will, though.
Yes, quite amazing. Jenna takes the stone over to Alvis and asks him to identify.
Whoa, that's my special stone.
Don't worry,
okay.
you'll have it back.
It's okay. As soon as the next initiative count goes, Alvis is going to cast an attack spell on this guy.
All right. So on that note, we're gonna have to wind it down because we're like 40 minutes over.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was, we did take a break for leveling up and all that jazz. But yeah, we'll leave it hanging. We'll leave it hanging right there. You guys could decide what to do with this guy. This is a very powerful lich, obviously. So poor guy. I just saw your post, Garuda. I think that's the most psychic damage anyone's ever taken in D&D without actually dying. Yeah, so I will take you guys back to your homepage for now. Congratulations on reaching level 4. And yeah, this sweet man was just hiding there the whole time. The first time you went through the haunted house. But now his secrets are revealed to you. Sort.
Yeah, such good.
I mean, on the plus side, we won't have to, learn Fireball with our freebie spells now.
Yeah, true.
You know,
True.
yeah, there we go.
No, no. That alone is a huge net benefit for coming into this. I don't know about the 2 spell slots I used to reveal his secrets, but
Hey, I mean,
that's were worth it.
it'll do it.
Knowledge is power.
I mean, we know there's a ghost inside this house that can summon the fucking dead. I feel like that's a.
Yeah, that's true. Grampy's ghost, could be problematic. Who knows? Hasn't caused any problems yet. I mean, other than animating those dead bodies, I guess.
Yeah. What if we kill his grandson or his?
I was really excited. I thought I was gonna learn how to make skeletons.
That pales compared to the power of making gold. Something that a level 1 forge cleric can do, and I think a level 3 transmuter. Yeah, totally pales in comparison.
Level 2.
I
think it's just level 2.
Level 2. Wow. Yeah. This guy is he's from an older edition of the game where you had to work harder to do that kind of stuff. Poor guy. All right. Hit me up if you have any questions about your characters or your leveling up. New build challenge has been posted. I think it might be a pretty fun one. Got pretty competitive last time. Not competitive in a lot of entries, but we had to go to a second round of voting, which was kind of cool. But there's plenty of time, so there's no rush. But definitely vote. Votes matter. People work hard on these designs. So, but yeah, I don't know. Hope you guys enjoy your upcoming week. And yeah, I don't think I have any other news for you. Just that we are doing Extra Life November 2nd and 3rd. Afra's confirmed she's playing. Garuda, Jenna are both playing. I think we have enough for 2 full groups. So, yeah, that should be pretty fun. Yeah, other than that, I think I don't have any other news for you. So you're free to go. Enjoy your Sundays.
You let
Thanks
us
a lot for the session.
Take care, everyone.
XP we got. I just changed.